Hello, YouTube. This is Kyle, aka Vulcan Wolverine. It is it's about 11:40 p.m. here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on August 31st. Almost through August. We're almost to September. I think the really bad stuff happens in September. Welcome if you're coming into my chat room. I'm kind of just doing an update tonight. I haven't done a live stream in a while. My targeting's been really bad. Oh, welcome if you're coming in the chat. I hope everybody's doing okay. A lot of channels are going down. Richie from Boston, High Impact Vlogs and High Impact Flicks. He had to erase all of his videos on High Impact Flicks as he didn't want to lose it. Vincent James, so many people getting censored. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Andrew says, "What up, bro? What up, bro? What up, bro? How you doing? How's everybody hanging in there?" Hey, Tanya. Tanya says, "Hey, Kyle, how did you go in the storm?" I meant to give an update on that, but I've just been like, my targeting has just ripped my brain apart, and physically I'm having trouble doing stuff. So we got wind and rain in Baton Rouge, but the power didn't even go out where I am. Now, I talked to a targeted individual in Arkansas. Her power went out. And then, west of us, like there was tons of damage and people were displaced. So all the displaced people are coming to Baton Rouge. Like all the people that are leaving West Louisiana, like around the Lake Charles area and other little towns, they're all flooding into Baton Rouge. So the traffic's worse. I'm getting gang stalked worse because there's gang stalkers everywhere in your state. And if they're coming into your city they're displaced, they have to gang stalk people in the area, Try not to make it all about like me or whatever, because a lot of people lost a lot. But my targeting's been really bad. My gang stalking's been really bad. Hey, thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Andrew. I'm glad you're hanging in there. Maybe we can go over some stuff to kind of help. I got the motorcycle helmet. I'm tied to my grounding, and it's over there. It fits, like I put it on and it's real tight, especially with my noise canceling hearing aids. And I only wore it for a couple of hours, so I don't even know if it works, Hey, the ghost, how you doing? Long time no see. Do I know you? Is this a mystery? We already have a mystery. And we just started the live stream. Clapping like an autistic person. Hey, James. James says, another one, geesh. Another what, James? Hey, what's up, Arachno Nixon? I've been okay. Not really. The remote neural manipulation is really bad. I'm working on some editing, though. Like, I'm not lying about that. Like, I'm working on some editing. I shouldn't build it up. I should just work on it. It's taken a long time, though, because my attackers, like when I try and bring a video in and from like YouTube or some other place, they'll like just close out that program. So I'm fighting my attackers doing all the editing stuff. But I'm coming up with some good stuff. It's just going to be like, a bunch of like really smart scientific people who worked on these technologies talking about it, mixed in with some other stuff, and make it I'm going to try and make it like something that you guys can pass on to your families and stuff like that. The first one might not be great, but I've got to practice with editing because I'm getting so tired and worn out. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do live streams every day. I'll probably do live streams every once in a while. And I definitely can't do long panels. I still want to get that phone. I want to get a free a free one, a free internet phone, and you guys could just call in anytime. I start the live stream, put the number up on there. We go through information. If somebody calls, just like, okay, hey, let's take this call, talk for 15 minutes, then go. Be awesome. Like, I think that would work really great, Tanya says, great, Kyle. I've been worried about you. Yeah, I've been worried about all of you guys. I know it's bad. I have a lot of hope. I have a lot of hope for what's going to happen October 3rd. I'm not saying that our targeting is going to stop then, but it's going to create this domino effect, and we'll have more power in our lives, and we just don't know where it's going to go. But man, hey Oliver Duran. Yeah, it's been a long time. I've watched a lot of your videos, man. I kind of agree with you on. I think you were talking about what's his face, um, the person that I really don't like. I can't remember his name. What's his name? He does the videos. Jeremiah Cohen. Jeremiah Cohen makes the videos with the Hollywood people doing the signs and everything like that. It's like every one of his videos. And he apparently got targeted for like one day, and he was like, "Yeah, I got targeted for one day," and then like he has all these like real targets going to his channel. He's like, "You got to just believe in Jesus and it'll go away." Which I'm not poo-pooing Jesus. Like we need Jesus Christ, but he just like Simon. You guys support Simon. I love Simon, man. He changed the name of his channel. It was War on the Saints, and he changed it, and he's being targeted. He's being remote neural manipulated. But he's taking it in this like, this is spiritual battle. There's none of these weapons and everything. And I watch him on his live stream, Simon, and he's getting torn down. Like they're doing crap to his brain. I can just tell because I'm going through it too. I love Simon, man. I can't remember the name of his channel. Hey, Gloria. Gloria says, "Hi, Kyle. Great to see you tonight." It's great to see all you guys. I had to do a live stream. I was going back and forth on it because I just don't feel energetic, you know. But usually when I get on here, I can talk to you guys and it's fine. It's just really, really bad. Like the stuff that they're doing to my brain, it's really bad. And they can just like, they showed me last night, like I was sitting playing video games, and I'm kind of like the vagus nerve stuff. Sometimes I'm like, well, maybe I got something wrong with my jaw, and you know, and they make it hurt worse with the remote neural manipulation. But they showed me last night, they stimulated it all the way up while I was sitting there, and then they turned it off completely. So they showed me that with remote neural manipulation, they can just stimulate all the way up through my jaw. I'm gonna go to a doctor and just start seeing ear, eye, nose, and throat doctor, maxillofacial surgeon, just start getting x-rays, seeing if there's anything in there. You know, I'm thinking I might wait till the UN report, and then I can bring in the UN report to the doctor, to a neurologist, because we need to be getting DTIs every couple of months. I know nobody's doing it, but it'd be a good idea to get a DTI, even if the neurologist doesn't know what he's looking at, and then wait a couple months, get a DTI, and then we can find a doctor to compare those. Finding the doctor that knows what he's looking at, we're going to have to probably go to the University of Pennsylvania, which I don't know. I don't know anybody there. I tried to. I emailed like the head of not the head of neurology, but it was like the head of neurobiology at University of Penn, like the president of the group. The president of the group that looked at the Cuban embassy workers, I emailed him, but he never emailed me back. Like I emailed him all my stuff, my DTI, my MRI that I did in 2013, and he never. I might email him again, and you can't get him on the phone. Hey, what's up, Rose? Rose says, "How was the hurricane weather in your area?" It wasn't too bad. It was like windy tornadoes, rain, but the power didn't even go out where I'm at. Maybe like in the city, it was kind of worse, but it wasn't too bad. West, it was really bad. So we have all these people to the west of us coming in droves, like coming into the city, right? Like they're coming into Baton Rouge because they don't have. There's even people like in my condo area, like they had to come from probably small parishes that are west of us, and they came to stay with us. So the traffic's real bad. A lot of families just got displaced. Yeah, Oliver said homeless. Sucks, man. I'm blessed in some ways. Like I've got my mom to help me with this place, but I've got it worse in some ways. Like we've all got to realize we all have blessings and like things that are really bad for us that are worse than other people, and then things that are better than other people, right? So we got to use those blessings, like you're homeless, but maybe you got something like this blessing that other people, well, obviously you have blessing that other people don't have. You got to use that. Oh, man. Oliver says, hey, Kyle, I need an update on how Shungite worked for you. Shungite, it works a little bit. It's something you can add. It's like something you can add supplementally if you're using Dave Case's CD, noise canceling hearing aids, like actual passive shielding and stuff like that. You can add in a little bit of Shungite, but if you're just using Shungite, it's a joke. It's not going to work. But those things added in, right? Or if it's, like a good idea, a really good idea, that, what's her name, that Tansy said was get a kind of a dog collar thing, put magnets on it. You can make a headband, put magnets on it, or you could do that with magnets and Shungite. I think that would work really well. It works to absorb radiation, but it's just like we're being engulfed. It's like electromagnetic fields, streams of energy. It's an overload, right? So you can get orgonite. Orgonite's going to work a little bit, but I'd say those things like orgonite and Shungite. There's some other ones like tourmaline and stuff like that. They're good, but they're supplemental. You need to get like some grounding. You need a ground. Like I know you may not have like a wall pocket or a place to stay, but find some way to ground every day. Dave Case CD. Try and I need to put some more stuff around my head, like copper. I guess I'm gonna try that helmet more. I don't know. That helmet's so annoying. Really? Rose says, I'm from New Orleans, but I live in New York City. Are you gonna get out of there, Rose? Are you gonna leave? Hey, Samia. Samia says, God bless you, Kyle. God bless you back. God bless all of you guys. And God give you strength in these dark times. These are really dark times. And we've just got to get in the spiritual. Hey, Karen. Karen says, hi, Kyle and friends. How are you all enjoying these end times? I got the end times blues. I'm like totally black-pilled. I'm not, I'm just like black-pilled with the world. But I've still got faith in God that this is just where humanity went. It's without God, leadership without God, trying to do all these things. It goes into a dark place, but I don't think it will be the last of a spiritual humanity, Or if it is, we'll go on home. So I just don't think it's not going to, even if it ends in tragedy on this world, right, in the physical, there will never be tragedy for those of us that are connected with God. Maybe tragedy in the world, but then we go on. And we'll have joy in the meantime. With all this darkness and all this tragedy, we'll find joy and we'll find fellowship with each other, and we'll do those things. I mean, it's really bad. Like some guy got shot today. People are getting, because there's a civil war, right? The patriots versus the protesters. It was building up, and now it's going to get worse and worse. So there's actual war in the streets. With more lockdown, more vaccine, and nobody's going to be like, not going to take the vaccine. So I don't know if I'm going to be locked in my house, if I'm going to have to go to a quarantine camp. It's serious business. And this, I'm seeing this because we've got a big problem, because people are losing their jobs, right? Their normal jobs as dentists and hair, barbers and everything. Many people are losing their jobs. And then I see on YouTube and all these things, I see join FEMA. FEMA has openings. Like FEMA has a lot more openings, right? Contact tracers, they have a lot more openings. All these federal jobs, like or like UN jobs or stuff like that, people are going to start running towards them. You know, people are losing their jobs and their livelihoods, and they're gonna start running towards you know, actually doing the tyranny and helping FEMA and helping the UN. I hope there's some good people in the UN. Oliver says, don't go to the University of Pennsylvania. They are involved in my targeting here in Philly. Really? Because they're the people, Oliver, they're the people who looked at they looked at the Cuban embassy workers. Could be. That would make sense because they know a lot about it. They're probably involved. You probably got some people in there who like looked at the Cuban embassy workers, and then you got some people compartmentally helping with it. Tanya says, on TV last night in Australia, the police chief Victoria talking about Tinfoil Hat Club. We are having protests 5th of September, Australia-wide. Okay, awesome. Yeah, tons of protests. There's protests in Ireland. You want to look at that one? You want to look at Computing Forever? I have some stuff, just a little bit on Chadwick Boseman. He was really into the Kabbalah. In the number 42, there's a meaning with that. And it's interesting that he died at the age of 43. He started getting all the cancer, like, you know, way before when he did the first Black Panther movie. But he was really big on the number 42, and I want to show you all some stuff on that. What was I looking for? Oh, the protests. There's protests in Ireland that I wanted to show y'all. Computing Forever. Computing Forever. I recommend this channel. Really recommend this channel. He's got the beer virus covered. And so does anybody know anybody like people that got censored? Red Elephants, Richie from Boston, High Impact Vlogs, but he's on High Impact TV. He really set it up so he wouldn't get screwed over. Let me see, what is it? What was I looking for? I can't remember shit. Oh, I can't even remember what I'm looking for, guys. Oh God, jeez. Just wipe my memory. It is really bad. It's really bad. Really bad. I'm gonna show y'all this one. And there's a lot of pushback. There's a lot of pushback. So I'll just show a little bit of this. I'm gonna hold on one second. Get on there. Yeah, Tanya says, sad to hear that, Kyle, about all those people in the storm. Yeah, there's so many people who lost their homes. And then who knows the insurance. The insurance does all these tricks and stuff, gets people off their land. Samia says, God's blessing today, Kyle. Jesus is still Lord, still on his throne and still in control. Amen. Amen. Whatever comes, God's still on the throne. Hey, Slack, what's up, brother? Slack says, hey, Kyle. Hey, all. Yeah, Tanya says, yes, it does not stop what they're doing. Guys, you know, we just got to wait. We just got to wait till October, but I'm telling you, that's I don't want to say like nuclear B, because I don't know if I'm going to get censored. I have like two strikes. I may have one. They may have taken one strike off. But I'm like at 3 or whatever, so I fly under radar, right? They're worried about people who are getting to tens and hundreds of thousands of people, you know. But if it's people going through and looking at the channels that they think are dangerous and conservative and actually telling the truth about the CV and everything, then I'm safe. But if it's an algorithm that's going through and looking at, like, okay, we're going to get the biggest channels, we got the algorithm, what people are saying, are they talking about CV, are they talking about conservative stuff, or, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about, the people who get kicked off are talking about, like, talking about the violent protests being bad and things like that. So the algorithm goes to the bigger channels and it wipes those off there. And then if the algorithm's going down to smaller and smaller channels, I actually might get kicked off of YouTube. So I'm not too sure. I don't know. We'll do videos, and I'll try. Oh, okay. What I'm gonna do videos, I don't know how long it's going to take, but when I get the videos out, I have this channel called Kyle Sladen. I don't know, it made it automatically when I had made a Google account, but I'm going to put everything edited over there so at least it can save those videos. What, the helmet? Too small? No, I think it's supposed to fit like that. Like, I have all this on, and it fits real snug. And then what my attackers don't like it when I have it on. So it seems like it's working for something that they're doing on my head. But what they'll do is they'll put like an electromagnetic field in the front. You know, when you have pressure on something and your attackers can like do something where it puts more pressure on that place, and they'll do that, and the helmet squeezes in. Or I think they don't like it when I have it on. Like, so I think it actually does do something. The reflection of the chrome could be messed with invisible light. But I just don't know everything that they're using to get to our brain. I mean, I know about the electromagnetic fields, directed energy, weapon stuff that's like electromagnetic spectrum, scalar, but then I'm not sure how much they go into photonic energy. You know, I don't know how much. Maybe on some targeted individuals they do the photonic energy. Maybe on some they, you know, just do electromagnetic frequencies. I don't know. Karen, yeah, I'm putting that up on my thing. Karen Rose says Dave Case saves my life. Without his CD, I would gone off a roof head first. Yeah, me too. Now, if I use that every night, then I'm due, like I'm 50% better, 60% better than I usually am. It feels a lot better when I use that. Like if I miss a night, the ringing in my ears is a lot worse, and the pain in my body, like down my spine and on the left, is a lot worse. It really worked. I'm gonna try that. I hate wearing it. I hate because I have to keep the noise canceling hearing aids on because they really. Maybe I might Arachnonix, and I might exchange it for a really, really big one, like a really, really, really big head one, so it can be kind of comfortable and it can come down more. Like if it can just sit and kind of hang, like for giants, like if they have metal, chrome, silver helmets just for giants, like are there giants? Make them for the Nephilim. It makes them for the Nephilim. Okay, Oliver says, I'm going to pray for you here, Kyle. You're still on after I get done praying. I'll be back. Thanks for coming, Oliver. I hope you're hanging in there with all this. It's crazy. I know we just got to make it till October, and we got to see if that's going to help us. I think that's the number one thing. Survive till October. Let's see what the reports read. Let's see where it's going to go. Let's see what we need to do after that, you know. And then surviving in all this crap in every city and the CV stuff. Oh, man. Yeah, Tanya says, I can't believe how torn out. Y'all see that thumbnail I put on the last video? It was, you know, John Luke Picard, and he's like, battle stations report every day in 2020. Every day in 2020 is like battle stations damage report, you know. I like that. It says we got a big God and nothing is impossible with him. Nothing is impossible with God. We got to make it through some stuff, you know. Dave Rodriguez says you live in a tent but have access to YouTube. Oh, I guess you're talking to somebody. Hey, Dave. Yeah, you can get it on your cell phone. Okay, so Gloria says, I'm excited that God is going to shake up things in order to save many souls, but I'm praying for courage and strength to endure what's coming in the next several weeks. Pray without ceasing. Yeah. Amen. So we got some really bad stuff to get through. I want us as targeted individuals to get what we're going through eased up, kind of fight the battles that we need to fight. I mean, that's my mission, you know. And it's true. God make things up in order to save many souls. There's going to be an awakening. There's an awakening even in Christians who are already saved. You know, a spiritual awakening. We in the spirit. Everything's too much. I mean, especially for targeted individuals, right? But just normal people. It's like, whoa, lockdown, whoa, riots, oh, America's being destroyed. Oh my God, all this violence. All this like idiocracy that's actually, you know, it's like half idiocracy, half the purge. You know what I'm saying? And even people who aren't targeted with directed energy weapons and neuro weapons, you know, are, you know, it's hard to mentally and physically deal with all that. For us, it's just like, oh my God. So we have to like really get in the spirit, really awaken. Hey, Hesh74 said the FEMA contract stuff is commies. The U.S. has been infiltrated at all levels. Can't believe I'm saying this, but true nonetheless. No, we all sound crazy. Hesh74 like a crazy old man. Like every time I talk, I sound crazy. I was talking to my mom yesterday, and like I just like she's grandma who's at the end of her life, and my dad who's literally he got an aneurysm in his head from being targeted, and he, you know, he's okay, he's different, and it's a lot of pressure on my mom who's also being targeted. And we talked yesterday, and I was just like, she's like, so how you doing? We're in Florida and we're just coming to dinner. I just wanted to talk to you, blah blah blah. And I'm like, Mom, this is really bad. Like what they're doing to my brain, it's like experimentation. It's changing my brain. Like it's like they're screwing around with parts of my brain and interfering in certain parts and hurting my nervous system. Like I'm trying to maintain, right? The defenses can buy you time. The supplements can buy you time. All this can push it back. But you got these automated systems and hive mind teams like every day trying to adapt to everything that you're doing. And I just like, I don't want to put a burden on my mom. She's already helping me, but I was freaking out. I was like, I can't. But then I was like, but then I did this, right? We got to balance it. If you're going to talk to your parents, don't. It feels like with my mom, I have to tell her how bad it is. It's like brain experimentation. I'm going to tell the next time I go to my psychiatrist, I'm going to be like, this is like cutting into the brains with microwaves. I mean, changing parts of the brains with microwaves. It's raping the brain, you know. But then I was like, then I told my mom, I was like, okay, I sent you that stuff. I'm going to send you some more, right? So I'm emailing my mom all this stuff. Magnus Olson and Ella talking, and Liliana talking about, and my mom can listen to those conference calls. And then I sent her, you know, some things like I sent her Niels Melzer talking about, you know, talking about you know, torture in general, enjoying Assange and website, but I can't find the website anymore. I need to go back in my videos. The website from the coalition in the UK, good website. I'm going to send her that one. So she's got a lot of information, and we're kind of getting ready. We're getting ready to see what they're going to say, and then hope, you know, medical first. See what I can do. I need to make sure I don't have implants. And I know a lot of target individuals are like, you don't need implants. They still do it. They've been doing that for years. Then they do more advanced stuff, and then they just keep the stuff too. They do everything right. Systems like sometimes people think about that wrong. Yeah, amen, amen. I'll get in the spirit. I was a little bit you guys in chat, y'all are way upbeat. We have to stay upbeat, guys. Even though things are really bad, we've got to stay at a higher frequency. It's really hard. I think it'd be easier. Well, obviously, it'd be easier if we weren't targeted. Because like my brain, they're like using ELF and just headaches all the time. But we need to stay at a higher frequency. That's kind of why I'm looking at that brain entrainment device where we could artificially, because our attackers are artificially trying to push our brain down to a lower frequency, remote neural manipulation better. We could get one of those brain entrainment devices to put us in an alpha state or an alpha mixed with beta, so we could artificially up the frequency of our brain, and it would probably hurt whatever they're doing with the remote neural manipulation. That's my brain's so fried. It'd be pushing back and forth the frequencies in the brain. Nah. Tom, don't think they are happy, Kyle. He said about 5G or protest police chief. Wait, who, Tanya? I don't know who you're talking about. My name Kyle Sladen, Slaydon. Yeah, Sammy is. So I don't want to type it in chat. Kyle, Kyle, and Slaydon. Yeah, Karen Rose says it feels like end times to me. Keep praying. Yeah, I don't know. It is end times, but we've got to, because if it's not end times and then the world goes on and humanity goes on, we've kind of got to do that. We got to do, and then if Jesus comes back and it's the end times, all that stuff, then we don't. I mean, we'll go. Hey, Targeted in San Francisco, how are you doing? So Sammy says, watching you Kevin Christian's videos. I sure did. He's getting hit really hard, he's still going. I don't know. Somebody, like, he took down some of his last videos. I don't know, man. People are saying some stuff, but you got to remember this, because this happens with me. Like with remote neural manipulation, they communicate. Like if you're making videos and you're a targeted individual, they're gonna mess with your language center. They're with your memory. They're gonna mess with things with how you communicate, because you're communicating information, right? About targeting energy weapons, about torture, about experimentation. If you just say torture in a YouTube video, does that get you censored? Like, can you say, hey, I'm being killed? Like, that's a strike against me. Hey, I'm being terrorized. You can't use any of those words, because like, hey, we need to talk about these things. No, you can't say those words. Those trigger people. Hey, Honey Ann. Honey Ann says, hi, Kyle. Hi, Tanya. Yeah, San Francisco says, I'm not doing good either. My perps are worse than ever. Mine are trying to really make me crazy, like hurt me so bad. Also, like, along with the hurting me so bad, just really make my brain to where it doesn't work anymore. Like viciously doing stuff to where it's just like where it's like burning out my neurons and stuff, or it feels like that. I'm not sure what it's doing. Gloria says, I wonder if those tuning forks would help cancel out the bad frequency waves. I've heard they're used for healing. Yeah, bet you so. You get a tune and it's sending out like waves, and it could maybe throw some stuff off for a little while. But then I'm sure they would get everything back in. And maybe if you use a tuning fork, it could break things up, and maybe it'd take them a little while to target. Honey Ann says, I'm getting hit in my head, eyes, and ears. Yeah. I get just they stimulate pain down my spine and on the left, and then stimulate pain up here, and then they can stimulate pain in my shoulder, and then sometimes they'll just shoot straight into my head, where it just feels like my brain is gonna bust. Like, because what they gotta do, and this is the really bad thing, they've got to inflame your brain. That's what makes everything work better. They don't have to, but when your brain is actually, there's inflammation in your brain, then they can do all their V2Ks, sounds louder, the remote neural manipulation works better. So what's really, really important, it's a small thing for us. Get this stuff called curcumin. It has turmeric and curcumin. Turmeric and curcumin. If you don't have turmeric and curcumin in your diet, curcumin, like curcumin has it, there's other stuff, but you gotta get stuff that really knocks back inflammation, right? Because if you're knocking down the inflammation in your brain, you're gonna feel better. The V2K is not gonna be as loud. The remote neural manipulation is not gonna work as good. Okay, Tanya says Slaydon, Slaydon, Saydon. You're making me say it a bunch of times, Tanya. Well, I guess I got a channel with it, so whatever. I don't know. I just don't want too many people online having my last name. I can't change the name of the channel either because it seems to be connected to like Google something, Google, like that Google Hangout, Google Plus or something like that. And I tried to change the name of it because I was going to change it to Pepper channel still, the cutest dog Pepper, the cutest dog, or the cutest dog Pepper, and it wouldn't let me change it. Yeah, it's like a horror movie. It's like a horror movie. Yes, we've said this many times. Honey Ann says, was gang stalked last night to the point of horror. My Mustang Standard just died in the middle of nowhere. I was stuck in the sticks for 4 hours. Oh my God, that's scary. That's like a horror movie. Like a lot of this stuff is like a horror movie. If I'm ever in a place, yeah, where if you're in a place in the middle of nowhere and like gang stalkers are still doing their gang stalking thing, it gets really creepy. So creepy. These people are so creepy, so satanic. Like how do they think it's like some how do they think that it's something like we're soldiers or like the people like we're watching our neighborhood? Like I've noticed since everything's been kind of bad that there's a guy that lived above me when I was living in my parents' condo across the way. Like they've got one when they come down here. We're not rich either. Like I say this a lot, but we're really not rich. Like really running out of money and stuff like that. But they do like the one that I stayed at there, and he gang stalks me every day. Like every day I'll be walking Pepper and he'll walk by because he needs money, right? He has he's trying to get supplemental income, and just walking by me will get him supplemental income. And he gives me this look like I did something, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Now I'm at the point where I'm just like, hey, how you doing? Like, because like I'm being murdered so bad, and it's so ridiculous. Like gang stalking is just ridiculous. I will not let it get to me. I will not. I will force it not to get to me. Samia says Kyle has look out for Charlie cleansing helped you. Yes. Look at that video with potassium iodide, Epsom salt baths, and then borax baths. Boron is really good. Yeah. It says all TIs have no money. Yeah. It's really scary how these perps work. It is like a horror movie. They're like I was looking to show you guys. Let's show this. Let's show something kind of positive. We're kind of all over the place tonight. Hey, Alan. What's up, man? I was just going to kind of say hi. I had a little thing about I like Chadwick Boseman. You know, thought he was great as Black Panther, but he was a Kabbalist. You know, show a little bit of this. I love this. I just want everybody to subscribe to his channel. He makes great videos. Maybe someday, if my brain does completely collapse, I could get some editing skills like this. I don't know. I'm trying to edit. It's not going.
Everyone down at the steps, please. Fair play to everybody for coming out.
This in Ireland.
So it looks like we might be in the midst of a gradual and steady awakening in Ireland after all. On Saturday, 22nd of August, Health Freedom Ireland and Yellow Vest Ireland organised a Time for Change rally, which you could describe as an anti-lockdown, anti-mask, anti-mandatory vaccine rally, but in truth, events like this are all about one thing: freedom and respect for the rights of the individual. While the last event had roughly 1,000 people in attendance, this one had significantly more. It's hard to get exact figures, but some have estimated between 4,000 to 6,000 people. This was a lot more than I thought was going to attend. Of course, RTE had to desperately scramble to downplay the numbers in attendance. This RTE article, written by Colin O'Sullivan, said that hundreds of people attended an anti-lockdown protest, and on his own Twitter account he said around 500 people at an anti-lockdown rally in Dublin, and RTE News retweeted this. Well, it's true that 500 people were definitely in attendance. It's just that there were several thousand more people there in attendance as well. And of course, some of the media coverage focused on Antifa causing trouble, as they usually do.
Yeah, they're going to play it down.
Which ended in a few arrests, it concluded very quickly. The police did a very good job of managing the situation. The atmosphere of the protest was just fantastic. Really great positive energy. And there was a lovely and very moving tribute paid to the elderly who died in care homes because of unnecessary and disproportionate COVID restrictions, preventing them from having friends and family at their bedside in their final hours.
It's a really good singer. It's really good. Kind of gives you goosebumps.
The speeches were really wonderful, including from Professor Dolores Cahill, Dr. Marcus de Bruin, Barrister Una McGurk, Michael Leahy of Irish Freedom Party, of Health Freedom Ireland, and several others. Congratulations to Health Freedom Ireland and Yellow Vests for putting on a wonderful event. Ultimately, we have a way to go here, and I think it's important to temper expectations. There's an awful lot more people we need to reach.
There's going to be a lot more of these guys everywhere. But they're Germany, the government like told them they couldn't go out and protest, like shut it down, shut down their right to go out and speak for it. Because in Germany, the protests are just like filling up whole last night. Now the battery is not charging. They're just. Let's see if it'll work. No. Give me 1 second, guys. Chat amongst. Wait, let me play. Let me just keep playing this real quick. But give me 1 second.
It's a global power grab by the technocrats. That our fear of
get an energy drink real quick.
The ushering absolute totalitarianism and the mandating of an unsafe and experimental DNA-altering vaccine, with the media and politicians now obsessing about case numbers due to increased PCR testing. The death rate for COVID now extremely marginal. There is simply no reason.
Can you hear it?
Masks, social distancing, and of course, there is no need for a vaccine for this when other viable treatments are available. In addition, there was discussion of the economic, ecological costs of the lockdown, the destruction of people's livelihoods, and the damage that all of the COVID hysteria and fear can do to children. The protest on Saturday showed that there is going to be a significant resistance to any future by lockdowns and government mandates. The time for simply sitting back and accepting more and more infringements on our civil liberties is over.
Dave, how dare you? You don't get to endanger someone else's life with your selfish freedoms.
Considering attendance at the event has basically quadrupled a month, this is extremely encouraging. August 29th, which is this Saturday coming, is going to be a day of global protests against this scamdemic. It'll be very interesting. And speeches from the... Now, I did manage to get a lot of footage recorded myself of crowd shots, and so portions of the footage you're going to see for their talk I sourced from the
Yeah, honey, normally I have a good mindset, but lately I just feel so dragged down and weary. Like I said, I'm way more appreciate all of you. It's so helpful to have someone who understands. Yeah, I've been feeling really drained too lately. Just from my attackers. It's like my attackers, oh, there's a lot of chaos out there. So it'll just look like Kyle's really stressed out, and they target my brain a lot harder and my body a lot harder. So I think a lot of our attackers are kind of like, this is a good excuse. Everybody's stressed out. We can talk, and everybody's busy, trying to handle the chaos too. Miss King says, Kyle, you don't know me, but try in certain body parts. Also put on Vicks Rub, witch hazel is also good to rub on your body. Okay, thank you, Miss. Alan says, true, honey, and only we really know and understand. Describing B2K and synthetic telepathy to any. Yeah, it's like, dude, like I was talking to but I think my mom is targeted, but she's targeted in a different way. It's more subtle since she doesn't know she's, but like I was trying to tell her just how intense it is. Like, they're doing things to my brain and my nervous system that it's like 5 years ago was, my body can't take this anymore. My mind can't, we're 5 years past, like I can't anymore. And she was just like, well, you just need to make it through. Like, people don't understand how bad it is. Because if they did, we would get immediate attention and this would be stopped. Yeah, I know it's a pipe dream. I think we're going to stop this. I think I can. Yeah, she's great, Tanya. Tanya says, Kyle, I watched Dr. Judy Mikowitz. She's wearing a mask. They do not work. Yeah, and my mask is actually giving me a runny nose because I keep wearing the same one. My mask is getting me sick. It's even worse. Okay, so Judy Mikovits has a book called Plague of Corruption. Okay. Oh, yeah, I figured that, honey, and I figured you were using speech attacks. Oh, yeah. David Irwin said, Computing Forever's Irish C-19 scam protest. Let me play a little bit more of it, guys. I'm going to go get something to drink. I'm going to go get I should drink some tea. Play a little bit more of this.
YouTube channels of
I'll be right back.
And Irish Freedom Party. So with that out of the way, sit back and enjoy.
can you all so coming out today, I know people have traveled from all 4 borders to be with us because they feel it. They want the truth. They want freedom. So I'm just going to say a few words, and I'm going to use my notes just to keep me on straight. Not to delay it too long, because sometimes speeches follow your notes. So I'm wishing you yet again for allowing us to give people platform.
Hey, Mo, what's up, man?
The opportunity to share our message of education and inform the citizens of Ireland. A lot of your time, as we have some of the Tansy speakers, Dr. Marcus DeBrun, Senior Counsel.
Does it show what she's saying?
And the nursing homes close their doors. Is exposed, there will be more angry people and more angry people. But when
I kind of just wanted to show you all the protests. I didn't want to go through all the speeches and stuff like that. This tablet, man. This tablet's giving me a lot of trouble. Put my ground on. Say grounding is super, super important. Because it seems to deal with some of the bits, you know. So I'll show you all the motorcycle helmet. Give me 1 second. I live in a very dirty room. Okay. Check this out. Okay, check this. See? So, what kind is it? FMVSS 218 DOT. What's the brand? I don't know the brand. See that chrome? How shiny it is? It has like kind of a mirror-like quality. I was thinking maybe some things they do could be reflected. I got my noise canceling hearing aids on. I got all this crap. I'll show you guys. See here. See here. So I got to push it down overall, and see it already knocked the noise canceling hearing aid off. Put my hair back. Hold on 1 second. Okay. See, it's real. See, it already knocked that one out. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Hold on 1 second. It worked last time where it just kind of went on, but I want to keep my noise well, I'll just take them out for a second. I'll take them out for a second just to put it on. But like if I put it on like and I'm using it, I've got to have the noise canceling hearing aids in. Okay, well, that's easy. Without the it's easy without the noise canceling hearing aids. Okay, and I got the glasses on. Oh well, I'll just wear it. I'll wear it during the video. I'll just wear it like this right now, and we'll see. But I'd rather wear it with the noise canceling hearing aids, because then it's like the V2K did get a little bit lower when I was wearing it the other night. I wore it for like 2 hours. No, I wore it for like 3 or 4 hours. Can you show me where my mommy is? I'm like a retarded autistic kid wearing a helmet. Can you bring me to where I live? Is this right? Am I really on PC right now? Am I gonna get in trouble? How would I get in trouble? Yeah, it has a face shield. It has a face shield. Let me go get it. Let me get the face shield. I'll keep my grounding off for a little while. That won't hurt. Kind of obsessive about that grounding. It's got 2 face shields. Check this out. So it's got this one, this face shield that covers the whole face, and then it's got a little kind of sun visor. We'll put the sun visor over here, and then we will open the face covering. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work 100%, but I think it's gonna give them a little bit of trouble. And Mo says Vulcan Wolverine, nice helmet wear in for complete live, bro. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm gonna try it. It's just the thing that now it's pretty comfortable right now. It's pretty comfortable right now without the, but see, I want to put this headgear on, and then I want to put the noise canceling hearing aids on. That's last time I had all this on, and the noise canceling hearing aids were under this stuff, so it was like easier to put on. It was easier to put on the helmet and not knock the noise canceling hearing aids off. Now it's like way too big. So you put these on. I'm gonna have to take it off to put these on. Change there. Give you all an idea. I could just wear this around. I could wear this around for CV. I could just wear this for CV. I'd be safe all the time. I might suffocate. Look how shiny it is, though. It might actually have some kind of attackers. Shoot me in the face. Shoot me in the face. Alfred Lambert. I can still read y'all's chats. Yeah, Arachno Nixon. Oh, cool. I like the full silver one. Yeah, me too. I don't like the sun visor there. Let me see. Would it flip up? Can it flip up here? Let me put this on. Look at my, let's like play with my hair now too. My hair is really bad. Got to get a haircut. It's really bad hat hair that you can't control. I might get it shaved when I do something with it. Okay, so let me try and put this on the front. Is it an easy thing to do? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Where are you supposed to slide? Where are you supposed to slide that? Slide them to the end. Slide to the end there. That doesn't seem like it would stay on very well. It's just clipped there. It really doesn't seem like it would stay on. I don't know a lot about motorcycle helmets though. Am I even doing this right? Okay, so you don't want the one in the middle. You don't want the one in the middle clipped because you want it to slide up. Okay, so this I don't know about this, guys. I don't know if I'm going to figure this out on the live stream. I can get it close. I'm going to have to figure this out. That kind of works. It's kind of, I wouldn't like I'd have to really make sure that's clasped in better before I'd like wear it out. It's pretty cool, man. Hey guys, are we going to the moon? Because they never went to the moon. Because they never went to the moon. America never went to the moon. Can you see me? Can you guys see me? Craig says Kyle does kind of look like Wolverine, or maybe even Wayne Static. Who's Wayne Static? People always told me I look like Edward Norton Jr. Some people in college told me that. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I'm still hearing the ringing sound. It'd probably take a little while to see. I don't think I'd be able to. Yeah, I'm gonna try it tonight. I'm gonna put all the headgear on and everything. It's got to be blocking some of it out, but I think they would be able to adapt pretty quickly. Yeah, Oliver says, oh my God, it's like Daft Punk. I wish it could go all the way up so I could keep it up here. There's something you can do where you can slide it up and it can stay up. But I'll just wear it like this. This will be the way the live stream is. Yeah, Samuel. We gotta laugh. Seriously, I am going to go walk my dog like this. Like, what time is it? It's 12:42 a.m. I walked her a little bit earlier, like early in the morning. Because, dude, yesterday I went out to walk my dog, and it was like 5:30 in the morning. Old guy, like, he's actually had real crime. He's committed real crimes. Like, when I was walking her, he walked past, like, up on the, like, they're up on another level. You can, walk the hallways and stuff like that. He walked down the hallway this way. Okay, after I was finished walking her, I was walking her back. Then on the other side, he was walking in the same floor, wearing a red T-shirt and like a black mask, and he would like look at me. So I've got gang stalkers around here. If I wear this, I'm like defended from the gang stalkers. No gang stalker will get me. Thank you, Mo. Mo says you look tough, Vulcan Wolverine. I'm putting that up. Putting that up on the screen. I'm like the new superhero, man. I'm like, what superhero looks like this? I can't even think of one. I guess Iron Man. There's got to be a superhero with like a motorcycle helmet. I guess Ghost Rider. Sammy says, where did you get it, Kyle? I got it from eBay. If you just go on, look up mirror helmet. Look, I'll look it up real quick. I can't see. See, it comes right off. There's got to be a way to, I'm going to figure that way out. And I'm going to wear this around my condo. I'm going to wear this around my condo. There's like these little, oh, that's weird. I'll figure that out. And just wear it like that. Oh, I see. You can go up that way. Can't go up that way, but it can go up. Oh, I see. And then you get it on like that. I guess you can choose which one. I'll figure that. Pretty cool though. Maybe I'll put it full on later in this live stream episode. This podcast, the most amazing podcast ever. In the end of days. Yeah, Tanya says less EMF ink shielding fabrics and clothes. Yeah. Mo Smith says Vulcan Wolverine. Now get on for your dog when you walk. The look like twins. Oh yeah, get my dog a little motorcycle helmet. That'd be kind of neat. Get a little doggy. Shut up, Pepper. Craig says Static X was inspired by a metal band called Ministry. They made a song called New World Order featuring George H.W. Bush. Static X was inspired by... I think I remember Static X. I'm not sure. 3D Man. David Irwin says 3D Man. Also, there's Mega Man had a helmet. I've been watching... Dude, you know, I've been doing that a lot lately, guys, because I'm so bored, but I'm also being tortured. And I've been going on these channels where they play old video games and they talk. Like Mario Brothers, Mega Man 1 through 3. And I put those on, and I play video games at the same time because I'm just I have to like get my mind off of the vicious like layered V2K. And how my attackers can just like remote neural manipulate. They can just like instantly make my brain like depressed and a feeling of like dread, like but hardcore. Alan says zombies, brothers. Zombies. Dude, now we know what all the zombie hype was about. Like, it's all the movies, Zombieland, World War Z, so many zombie video games and everything like that. It's like, man, you know, I think for the elite, it's kind of like it's a signal that, oh, everybody else is zombies, right? But for us, it's predictive programming that people are going to be really sick from, you know, the virus or whatever, and then the vaccine, and then toxins, and then mind control. You know, it's not that hot. Honey Ann says it's not hot, Kyle. No, it's not that hot. When I wear all this stuff and put it on, then it's like kind of hot. And then have you guys ever experienced this? Like if you're wearing some sunglasses and it's kind of maybe pinching a little bit, your attackers can do something with an electromagnetic field, and they can make it feel like there's more pressure on there. Do that here, like there's pressure on the front of my head, but they'll make it like completely uncomfortable. It's really weird. Hey, Tip. Tip says, "What's up, Kyle? Hope you're well." I'm doing okay. I'm kind of making it. No, I'm not really doing. I don't think any of us are really doing okay. But, you know, spiritually, we're doing okay. We trust in God. We have faith in God. We're survivors. And I have a lot of hope. I do. I feel like we have to have hope about October, you know. And I'm not saying it's going to, the program's going to end that day. But we got to have some hope, and we got to see what comes of it. Oh, yeah. Mo says, Vulcan Wolverine, you cook Cajun like Rose Renault. My grandma cooks gumbo. Like all my family cooks gumbo. I know how to cook it, but I don't ever cook it. But like when I go to the store, I get like lobster bisque, and but I love gumbo. My grandma can cook crawfish etouffee. We have crawfish boils all the time. Crawfish boils. My brother is like a master crawfish cooker. So he's taught me some of that. I usually just help out like with the cooking, but like I don't come home myself and like make crawfish etouffee or anything like that. You can usually buy some really good gumbo or crawfish like around town, or like a shrimp po' boy or crawfish po' boy. Really good stuff. Really? Okay, Oliver Duran says the grounding sheet made my attacks worse. Yeah. In certain, like if you have other stuff plugged in, you've got to make, like when you're grounding, you got to make sure it's on a plug with nothing from other plugs with anything plugged in, because it'll grab that electricity and it'll come through the ground. So when you use grounding, you just got to make sure it's like on a thing, like an outlet without anything around it, right? Just make sure, because like I had that problem too. Like I felt like it was kind of like bad frequencies were coming through the grounding, but I just made sure that it, you know, they're just on that outlet with nothing on it. You know, there's some videos about that I need to show again. Hey Nadia. Nadia says, hi Kyle, hi all. How long has the live been going on? Looks like 1 hour, about 1 hour 12 minutes. Y'all want to look at the it's kind of just to update y'all on, because I know I hadn't made a live stream in a while, and so I'm just editing and doing stuff and trying to kind of keep from going crazy, you know, keep myself busy and stuff like that. Man, that's about it. Kind of feel bad about trying to get my mom's help, and like, but I think sending her the UN stuff, that's kind of a, you know, it's a relief. It's not like I'm just giving her a problem. I'm giving her like a semi solution there, you know. And I'm going to talk about it, but I want you guys to know, like I've talked to a lot of people who are like, man, I don't trust the UN. I don't have any hope in that. I understand that, like, but you know, I have a lot of hope in it. I'm not saying it's definitely just going to solve all of our problems, but it could. And so I just think that, like, I understand, hey, I don't trust the UN. Like, I don't know if that's going to work, but we still have to try. Like, we still have to, like, interact. If they're doing testimonies and stuff, I think that's going too far. Like, oh, they're going to collect our information. No TI, talk about this with the UN or with Niels Melz or anything. I think that could hurt us if a lot of TI stay away from this, because then they're not going to have, you know, as much information to be like, hey, this is going on, you know. So, are y'all talking about food? Nadia says, I never get notifications anymore. I used to. Not sure what changed. Yeah, that happens, Nadia. I think this is the deal with YouTube. Okay, say I don't make a video in like 2 weeks, right? Nothing on my channel in 2 weeks. A lot of you guys are gonna drop off. Like, y'all are gonna not get notifications. And then, like, say you don't watch my channel maybe for a couple of weeks, you're gonna kind of get chopped off, because you're gonna get like no notifications. So they have this system where in channels that are kind of dangerous, they have a system where it's like very sly, knocking people off of getting notifications. And then when I don't make a video for a long time, you knock a lot of people off from not getting notifications. And they do that with every, you know, I don't want to say truth or channel, but channel who's trying to tell the truth. You know, trying to tell the real truth about the New World Order. And I say New World Order on my channel. Does that get me copyright strike? I am a little bit worried if it is. Yeah, I just want to kind of say it because everybody's getting censored, right? And I say a lot of the same. I say, you know, a lot of. I do. What other stuff I put up? I don't think they're going to go after me for talking about targeting. I don't think we're big enough yet. I mean, we're big, we're getting there, but I don't think we're, like, they're trying to kind of pretend that we're a joke so that other people don't the Barbara Streisand effect doesn't happen, right? So they don't even want to mess with us. Yeah, talk about food. Did I eat today? I can't even remember if I ate. Oh, I did. I got some Doritos. I got some Doritos and this Italian cheese, right? It's just Italian cheese. And I put the Doritos in the microwave, and I put the it's like Italian 5 cheese all over the nachos, and I made all over the Doritos, and I made nachos. Hey, Golden Stone. You're lonely? I think we're all very lonely. I am very lonely, you know, when I'm not doing these videos. I am very lonely too. Any babes in here? Golden Stone 75 says, any babes in here? Sure, there's a lot of babes. Sure, there's a lot of babes in here. I'm a babe in a guy way. I'm kind of a babe. Yeah. Hey, Andrew. Andrew says, and it does get very human and social with some. Oliver says, I've been acting wild on my channel lately. Last night I burned some cursed money that 2 perps tried to force me to take outside my tent. I don't think they can curse money. You need to use money to get food and everything. I don't think they can curse any money. But hey, man, do what you want. Do what you want. Yeah, my videos are probably going to get pretty crazy. I mean, like, that's why I'm going, you know, that's why I'm going to the editing. So I can organize and I can kind of plan it out and whatever. And then I'll do some live streams, but don't expect my live streams to be, you know, well organized and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to do as much as I can, because my brain and my body, everything, like, I'll tell you what, I really need this UN thing to change things. Like, I really need the report to talk about us, and I need to bring that out and try and get like more medical attention, you know, try and get some media coverage. Like, we all need to do that. My brain does not have a lot of time. My brain doesn't have no more time. Let's see, can I hear the V2K? Let me see what's the V2K saying now. I'm sure this video is great for people like Omni Airs. Look at this guy wearing a helmet. He looks retarded. And I'll be like, yeah. I'm kind of worried about, I guess I'm not worried about Omni Airs. He's so mean and he's wrong about a lot of things. But he doesn't look too good. Like, I saw a video and he's kind of like lisping a lot and just, I don't want to say anything because, like, man, my jaw's messed up and stuff, but he seems like sick. He seems like maybe he's targeted and in denial about it. Celine says, hi, Kyle. Was worried that the storm would hit your area hard. Glad you're okay. Thank you, Celine. It didn't. There was like really heavy winds, but I'm not sure about the rest of Baton Rouge. But like, I mean, there was like limbs that fell down and wind and rain, but the power didn't even go out. So it was like right to the west of us. Like, if it would have been just a little bit more, you know, we would have been in a lot of trouble. You want me to wear the visor again? I kind of like that visor. Glad you said something, Arachna Nixon. You reminded me about that. See, there's like 2 little things you can hook back here. You see? And then I guess you can take, no, you can't take it off. But then it's supposed to, it's like this. It's like this. And then you put it on. I'm gonna wear this more. I think it's working. I mean, you can't tell. It's gonna take a while to tell if my attackers, you know, play a lot of games. But let's see. Okay, V2K. Okay, the guy said something. It helps a little bit. I can't hear him. Hold on. Trying hard to hear the V2K. The woman goes, "This is unbelievable." And then the guy said like something. I don't know. I'm not hearing it as good. They may be playing around with me though. Okay, I'll leave the visor down, but we'll wear it later. I like the helmet. I'm going to try it while we're doing the video. Samia says, Kyle, how far are you from Jimmy Swaggart Church? It's about like a 5-minute drive from me. It's down Bluebonnet. Maybe set like a 7-minute drive. It's really close, like really close. David says, don't know why. Could be talking about pro wrestling in the 90s. NWO were big, but they were heels, just like the real. Yeah, I remember that. I remember the NWO wrestling thing. It was Hulk Hogan was in it. He like turned evil. The what was the graveyard guy? I can't remember their names. I just remember Hulk Hogan fighting Earthquake, and it was like the bet that was like when I really loved wrestling. And it was like Ultimate Warrior fought somebody, and then Hulk fought the Earthquake. And then the next time, Ultimate Warrior fought Earthquake or something like that, or Ultimate Warrior fought the Hulk Hogan. Yeah, Rose says, play music in your place. It helps with the noise harassment. What I like to do is, and I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to try it, but I'd really like to either play Dave Case CD or get music, and then put this on, right? So look, it's covering the ears. It's covering the ears, it's not covering the neck though. My attackers start hitting me in the neck a lot more, and then there's heat right here. Let's see. Okay, let's see about the V2K. But really with the helmet, it's like I'm not expecting it to block out any kind of microwave or anything like that. What I'm experimenting with is, will it block out photonic energy? Because Brian too always talks about, right, and this is kind of my thinking, it's like 7G is photonic energy. It's not even, it's directed energy, but it's invisible light, right? You got scalar energies and photonic energies. How much are they using on what targeted individuals? I don't know, but it seems like shiny surfaces would block invisible light, and then my remote neural manipulation would be less. My remote neural manipulation is like they have mapped a lot of my mind. They have mapped a lot of my mind and can do like some really extensive stuff. Oliver says, y'all think Michael Barton is real? Yeah, I do. I really do think Michael Barton is real. I think he experiences a pretty specific form of targeting. Like he's getting a lot of the mind stuff. And like, I'm sorry if you don't want me talking about you, Michael. I don't think Michael will watch this channel, but I don't think he's getting a lot of the pain, like the external hits and stuff like that. He's getting gang walking and then a lot of remote neural manipulation. It's like a certain specific protocol. And he went on Crowdsourcing the Truth and a bunch of other places and got a lot of subscribers and stuff like that. I do think he's real. Hey, Nicholas. Nicholas says, hello, everybody. Kyle, you are awesome. This helmet says it all. Luke, I am your father. I like the visor, though. I really like the visor. But I can't get it on right now. I gotta like take the helmet off. Clip it on there. I'd like to clip it on there and pop it up. I'm gonna be trying it. It's just it was uncomfortable. It was really uncomfortable. I can't get it on there. I have these two side things. You just put those two side things. It's hard to do it that way because you can't see it. Just clip those two like that. Clip. Like that. I like that. I look like a knight of old, or a knight of new, or the knights that say knee. We are the knights that say knee. Yeah, Nicholas says that helmet is sweet, and maybe I'll put something else on it. Like if it doesn't really help just with the mirror chrome, then I can put some other layers. Maybe some copper fabric or mu metal. Maybe I could get Robert Stanton to help me like get a mu metal layer to just put over it, you know. So I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Hey, new type. New type says, shoot, I just got here. Whoa, I think I missed something. Yeah, okay, new type. This is just this is my chrome mirror helmet. And this is the chrome mirror helmet front. And I'm not sure if it works. Let's see. Let's try and listen to the V2K again. Hold on one second. Okay, the guy goes, we're gonna get him out of here. And then the woman goes, something, something. Yeah, this is evil. And she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. And the guy's like, honey, we have to. I don't know. This kind of seems like it's working a little bit. Andrew says, what's actually cool to learn is chemistry and physics basic courses to even understand all this stuff with electronics. Yeah, to understand directed energy weapons and what's going on, you have to understand like physics, like particle physics. You have to understand like manufacturing, because the manufacturing of the weapons. You got to understand a lot of stuff. Neuroscience, right? We need to learn a lot about the brain. We need to learn about, like, look out for Charlie's making a lot of videos where, he's showing how a lot of this stuff is covered up in the medical community. Like the medical community will release something or patent under like a medical filing, and it's really like used for weaponry. And I think he's right. I think he's really right, because at MIT you had the making an electromagnetic field around somebody's head using transducers. I don't know if that's right, but make an electromagnetic field around somebody's head remotely, and then having a bidirectional stream of ultrasound to go in and mechanically mess with them neurologically. And so, but that's being used by the military industrial complex for so many years, Hey, good night, Honey Ann. Thanks for coming. I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing okay. Hang in there. Hang in there. Try and find as much stuff as you can to survive. We gotta see this through, this UN thing through, and see if it's gonna work. Nicholas says, been rough the last month. I'm hitchhiking through Idaho currently to either Montana or Utah. Still thinking. You're hitchhiking. Awesome. I heard Idaho was really a good place to be right now. Montana is probably really good too. Yeah, I think they can hit you anywhere, but if you move out like somewhere away from microwave towers, they have to use over the horizon radar and other things that it might not be as bad or as intense if you can get like away from most of the towers, which they're trying to fill in, the infrastructure as we speak. Nicholas says that's part of how they get away with it. Takes so many disciplines of learning to be able to even begin to understand the smallest part of this with any kind of accuracy or insight. Yeah. A lot of us are going in the right direction, and basically, it is important. It's important to know like how they're hitting us, but I think there's so many different ways that they can do this stuff that, you start talking about it and you sound pretty crazy. They can switch things up. They can conduct electromagnetic frequencies along the skin to the vestibular system. They can just shoot it straight in as a stream of energy. They can make electromagnetic fields around and then do, what's it called? I can't even remember, but where you shoot two things together and it makes one. They can do that. What's that called, Nicholas? What's that called? It's just when you shoot two things together, like they can make an electromagnetic field, and shoot 2 streams, frequency streams, and they meet in the middle. I can't remember what that's called. I can never remember what that's called. Nicholas says constantly being on the move and away from mic towers, from the microwave towers, causes them to expand a lot more resources to keep on me than otherwise. Yeah. They'd have to use like radar, maybe straight from satellite, get a drone near you or something like that. That's why they have this whole infrastructure, you know. Because if you get away from one thing, they go to the redundant system, or they'll heterodyning. Thank you, Goldenstone. They use a lot of heterodyning. I think they use a lot of heterodyning for V2K. I think this is one of the main protocols for V2K, where they'll heterodyne 2 microwave frequencies, and hits in a certain part of your head, like in the middle of your head, and then it resonates to your inner ear. So I think that's only one protocol, but I think that's a major one with V2K. It's a major one with V2K. Yeah, new type says interference. Yeah. David says Alan Watt knows about V2K and other awful surveillance techniques too, Andrew. A lot of people know about this stuff, but not a lot of people talk about it. Nadia says, Kyle, has the gabapentin helped with the facial pain? Yeah, it has. I experienced the exact pain that you describe on the side of my face down into my jaw. Also, did it help your V2K? It did not. It helped with the remote neural manipulation, like my nervous system stimulation pain, and it helped with this. It helped me to deal with my V2K because my nervous system was calmer. And so they couldn't they couldn't, with remote neural manipulation, they'll do something with V2K and then they'll trigger an emotion, right? So it made it a lot easier, but I don't think it really lowered it that much. It is. But it was weird because I don't usually have a certain kind of pain like in my left back. And when I take the Neurontin, it's like something that the automated systems are doing is shifting from here to my back. So it's like doing something to my brain where it's switching up the automated remote neural manipulation, which is weird, but it really helps. I think we just need to be careful with it, you know. Because like if you take a bunch of it and then you're like cut off cold turkey, then your nervous system's probably just going to be like, raw nerve. Now, let me take off. Can y'all just watch it like this? Can we just watch it like this? Hello? Is anybody in there? Is anybody in there? Can't see anything. Shut up, Pepper. Shut up, Pepper. Okay, let me show you guys what I wanted to show y'all about Chadwick Boseman. And I'm not, I liked him as Black Panther, but we know how all these people in Hollywood are connected, to the Illuminati, to the Kabbalah and stuff like that. I want to show y'all something. Rose says, oh, okay. Oliver says, I have never heard V2K for more than one word once. I'm always curious about what they say. I take gabapentin too in a large dose. It helps. Yeah, it just shuts off your nervous system. So that like everything they're doing is interacting with your brain and your nervous system. Even the external hits, if you can shut down your nervous system, you don't feel it as much. Yeah, it's helped me a lot. But I'm just trying to be careful and even with it, Not trying to take, because, man, yeah, it really does help. Rose says, Kyle, what do you think about them tracking you through your brain waves? I don't think you have to be chipped to be tracked. Yeah, no, you're exactly right. They can track you through your brain waves. Your brain actually has natural magnetite in it, and the brain is evolved to receive frequencies. What I'm saying when I say people are implanted is their implant, they still do that. They still implant people because it can do things, it can GPS, it can make things more intense, But yeah, they can also target you with nothing, like with nothing. They can target you with just your brain waves, your DNA, unique DNA signature. Your unique DNA frequency is the same as your unique brainwave signature. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they can use that. There's just a whole lot of different ways, right? So it's like you can be targeted if you have no nanotechnology in you. You got natural magnetite in your brain, and they can use your unique brainwave to target you. Now, if you have nanotechnology in you, is the target, they're using your unique brainwave signature, but they're also using the nanotechnology, right, as a catalyst. What's going to be more intense? Probably you got the nanotechnology in your brain on your, it's creating neural networks in your brain and stuff like that. That's going to be way more intense. Then you have, if you have an implant nanotechnology in you and they're just using your unique brainwave signature, it can be ultra intense. I mean, I think they use an implant to like heat it up and destroy muscles and joints, like in some parts of my body. So it's just about intensifying. Be targeted with nothing in their body, just the natural magnetite in their brain. But how intense is that going to be? And I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure. I don't have these answers. Stuff we've got to figure out, and it's a mess because, like, you can, but guys, remember, like, if somebody's talking about implants, that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't know that the unique brainwave signature can be used, right? It's just there's tons of stuff that's used, tons of protocols, tons of different catalysts. Tip says, do you see drones, Kyle? I see the ones like that look like like real bright stars, but I don't have the the like ones that fly low in the daytime. I don't have any of those, Oliver says gabapentin, psychobenzaprine, Ambien are all CNS suppressants. I take them together for instant sleep. I tell you what I took last night. I took Lunesta. I took Neurontin during the day, and I took a Lunesta last night, and I crashed, man. I think whenever I need to go to sleep, I think I'm going to be taking a little bit of Lunesta. I got to be careful with the pharmaceuticals, though. Yeah, David Irwin says, must suck for migratory birds. Magnetite controls their whole life cycle. Maybe it controls our whole life cycle. The matter brain, like what, like energies that we're attracted to, that we go to and stuff like that. I think that the magnetite in our brain is used a lot more in our targeting than we all realize, I think our brain has evolved. Like when you're around somebody, think about it, you're around somebody, sometimes you can almost like, and this was before targeting, you could kind of know what they're going to say. And then if two people are together for a long time, they start to, kind of like be able to complete each other's sentences. There's a lot with our biofields in our brain, like dolphins can electromagnetically, telepathically talk to each other, and they're mammals that evolved into the water, right? But we're mammals, like we, sometimes you can like read people's minds. So we have this natural ability, which is they're taking these directed energy weapons and neuro weapons, and they're reading and writing to the mind, right? And they're playing around with it. And I think they're even, they're doing so much wicked stuff with this. But we have that natural ability. It's just not, it probably would evolve in time. Like a lot of people think that they can like, read people's minds and stuff like that. I think the organic part of that would take, a long time, to really evolve like that. And who knows what will happen to it when they're playing around with everybody's brain with directed energy, could stun it or experimented on. Like I feel like my brain, I don't know, you know. Maybe my brain is like Spider-Man, active directed energy weapon, and my brain can like climb on buildings, climb up walls. Rose says, Kyle, yeah, because I don't think anyone has put implants in me. Yeah, but you probably have, you know, I'd say there's nobody who, maybe in certain parts of the world, but like if you live in America, okay, let me start it off with this. If you're targeted, like if you're targeted with microwave weapons and you feel like they're remote neural manipulating you, you probably at least have nanotechnology in you, nanoparticulates, biofilm, that kind of crud. You probably at least have that kind of stuff. You might not have an implant like the half the size of a grain of rice, which I think I do because I think it was very, very early on, right? But I'd say if you're a targeted individual, you definitely have like nanotechnology, nanoparticulates in you, but you may not have an implant, right? I don't think there's anybody who's like targeted like us who has nothing in them and they're just using their unique brainwave signature. I could be wrong then, but that's kind of just what I think about it. Yeah, Oliver says, isn't that instant sleep lovely? I feel like Anna Nicole sometimes. Thank you, Lord. Yeah, just popping pills. I'm trying to be balanced, but like sometimes like with being murdered and like our brain getting messed up, it's like, man, I can take a lorazepam. Like I can take a 1 milligram lorazepam, or I can take like a Neuron, and it's like I'm being murdered, I'm being cooked alive, my brain's being like really really changed, you know, really changed the way I feel and what triggers me. Everything triggers me. Because my attackers just like make sure like they're working on my brain and when I'm sleeping and with remote neural manipulation, so that like whatever I come across in my life, I'm going to get triggered. You know, they're setting that up. I don't think they have everything yet, but that's kind of what they do. They try and give me dreams about stuff. You work with the remote neural manipulation, and then like try and do stuff that I'm going to come across in my daily life, and then I'll be triggered automatically. They're doing all these things for the automated systems to do all, automatically whenever you come across a certain situation or a gang stalker or something like that, and on and on and on. Andrew says, babies cry in their learning. Do they really, babies cry when they have to learn something? I always cry. I'm the best baby you'll ever meet. No, actually, I'm awesome. I'm awesome, especially my helmet. Feels like I'm not getting hit in the head as much. Okay, let's see what the V2K break. The woman, the guy, I don't know which one. Somebody said this is bullshit. I can hear the ringing sound though, because I took the noise canceling hearing aids out. I can hear the ringing sound more on this side, but it's on both sides, but it's a little bit louder on this side. And I think they turned it down. I think they turned it down because yeah. Oh, and the woman goes, he got it. He's got it. I think they turned it down a little bit. So I'd be like, oh yeah, it's stopping the V2K, and then everybody go buy helmets. I'm gonna have to try it for a while. Sammy says, Kyle, why don't you move? I've moved 5 or 6 times, and it's the same where I go. Maybe people around me kind of do stuff. When I was in my house that burned down, they would put like this smelling toxins in my yard and stuff like that, and then they would act like they were the ones shooting me with the stuff. But the remote stuff has stayed the same from the first apartment that it started in till now, and I moved like 5, 6, 7 times. I think if I was gonna move, like I don't know, we're gonna wait for the UN thing. You know, it's not gonna, like, that day I'm gonna get whatever happens that day and see how promising it's gonna be. But it may take a little while. But if it really just is like, okay, that didn't do anything, which I don't think there's a chance of that. It's already big enough to help us. But like, if it's too bad, and I might move to another country. I might try and but I don't have any money, so that's the problem. Might have to talk to my parents, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm kind of just surviving right now. I'm gonna try and do some stuff on YouTube. It's gonna take a long time though, and just stock up. I'm gonna have to stay here because I have no money to move. If you have like friends or money, I'd get out with like a militia group. But then if you're a targeted individual, you get with a militia group, all those people are going to be remote neural monitored and stuff like that. I don't see how any of those militia groups, I don't see how, like, I see every militia group probably has somebody in there that's remote neural monitored. They're probably just targeting more of them. I don't see how any of those are just like free peoples who are not targeted by this program, because they're just, you know, they're scaling up the weapons. Yeah, Hesh 74 says Brian too went to other countries and was attacked everywhere. Yeah, he said it was better in Russia. He said the weapon attacks were better in Russia. It changes, not like he's lying, obviously, but I don't think he remembers it right. But he said in Russia, I think Russia would be a good option to try. Poland, we could maybe go to the embassy in Poland and tell them we're being hit here. I'm gonna have to look into it. Some places to move. Yeah, Arachno Nixon says, I hate the term true TI, but anyone who's really a victim understands it happens literally anywhere you move. Yeah. Some people haven't moved yet though, and they're just become a TI, and they really are still not understanding that when you move, it's going to go with you. This is it's literally, I mean, there are ground weapons and stuff like that, but this is an infrastructure that goes around the globe, and it does include satellites routing to radar routing. I don't even think it routes satellites routing to microwave towers, and then radar that can do over the horizon radar, or it can just do long range of like curved over certain areas, and then a bunch of other stuff. A bunch of other transceivers and stuff, and it just covers the world. Like, you can get into some places without microwave towers, but then it's like over the horizon radar, they can be like thousands of miles away, shoot at the ionosphere, and then it's coming back down in a bidirectional stream to hit your head. You know, so you can be on a cow farm somewhere, over the horizon radar, like thousands of miles away, boom, off the ionosphere, boom, down to your head. Out of the egg, your egg with your yolk in it. David Irwin said Russia already achieved the authoritarian goal. Really? So they're not that free there? They have communism in Russia? I thought it was like kind of a capital. It was becoming more like we used to be. At least that's what I heard. Alan says my TI handlers genuinely control what TI info I see. We are all censored. Out of thousands of TIs around the world, it's limited yeah, YouTube's completely controlled. It's completely controlled. My attackers, like, anytime that I'm like watching a video, watch like Richie from Boston, he's on the banned one, whatever, then it'll go to Fox, right? Then it'll go to Fox, and then our channels, targeted individuals channels, let me show you guys. Let me look this up. I've showed it before. I want to show y'all real quick. Go to my channel, and then I'm going to go to, let's see, videos. We'll go to this one. Then I want the information on it. I'll show you this real quick. They do this to other channels that are conservative, or that are talking about the New World Order, or that are talking about the pandemic, or that are talking about anything kind of like against the left, kind of against the left, pretty much. I don't know if it's on this screen. Let's see. Let's see this. I think it's here. Yeah. Okay. Let me show you guys this. I've showed it before. So this the video details for my YouTube. Out, like, so I don't get distributed everywhere. Like, that's blank. That's a gray. It's grayed out. So you see license, recording date, blah blah blah, video location, distribution. It's grayed out. Like, you can't, like, I don't get distributed all over YouTube. And then it says, look, down here, additional options, publish to the subscriptions feed and allow notifications to subscribers. That's blanked out. That's grayed out, you see? So they don't allow notifications to my subscribers. And they don't publish this to subscriptions feed. To people with a subscription to my channel. Because it's grayed out. I don't know how some of you guys are getting notifications. But you see, and they do it. They've done this to the SGT report. They've done this to other channels, but it keeps your videos from getting into the algorithms, right? And that's on all. It's just on my channel. Every video that I make will have this grayed out here, and will have this grayed out. So a lot of people are just like, I'm not like a lot like. Probably maybe 100 of my 100 of my subscribers, or 200 or something, maybe more than that, get notifications. But yeah, so do that to us. So let me show you guys this stuff on Chadwick Boseman. How long? Yeah, because we're about the 2-hour mark. I kind of wanted to just catch up with you guys and see how everybody's doing. And I am working on something. I'm working on something. The first one may not be that great, but it's going to get me kind of rolling. And I'm just going to try and do some creative information. It's falling apart. I know there's like war in the streets and stuff, but I just feel like I got to go up the field on this at least till, at least till October. Is it October 3rd? Or October 8th, y'all. I think it's October 3rd. Yeah, Cheryl says if we are lucky, this program will cease to be funded soon. Yes. I just know, like, if the UN announces it a certain way, it could like these contractors, the Pentagon and the military-industrial complex and all these contractors, they have certain rules, right? Seems like they have no rules, so they're just like murdering us and stuff like that and experimenting. But they might have some kind of rule or something where if the UN says something specifically about this kind of torture, it might be the military-industrial complex of the world they might have to change everything, right? It could cause some of that stuff too. And then we can just use it individually. October 5th, Punisher says October 5th. Alan Nielsen Brewster says 1st. Was it the 1st or I heard the 3rd. Are people just throwing around dates? New Type says ELF can be used to create frequencies too. which can also interact with our nervous system. They can penetrate through the earth, so there's nowhere we can go to avoid these attacks. Yeah, extremely low frequency. I think a lot of that extremely low frequency comes from radar, from the over-the-horizon radar, or certain types of radar. I guess it can come from a microwave tower or ground weapon too, or a drone, you know. Yeah, I think they use ELF is the main thing that I think they use for remote neural manipulation. Has 74 says, my dog just woke up. She looks confused about why I'm not in bed. Pepper, shut up. I love that. Hey, Pepper, I love you. Pepper, I love you. Okay, let me show you guys a couple of things real quick. So we chatted for 2 hours. Showed y'all my helmet. Kind of feel a little bit better with it on. My ears don't feel hot. I get the high pitched ringing sound, but that's like probably transcranial nerve stimulation going down. Seems like they have to do the high pitched sound more. They're trying to keep hooked in. I don't know. Okay, so check this out, guys. So we're gonna go to his last video. It's really sad that he died. Like, I'm very sad that he died. And he was all signed up for Black Panther 2. He seemed like, he does have the Illuminati stuff, like he put the white paint on his right eye. So, and check out here, number 42 is very important for them. We're gonna listen to this real quick. It's very sad that he died. Like, he's gonna be missed by a lot of people. Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman, his last video, and it was a stomach cancer. Operation 42. He's wearing 42 on his hat.
It's April 15th. Jackie Robinson, right? It's still Jackie Robinson Day. I can't think of a better time to remember my hero. The hero of many of you out there.
Jackie Robinson's number was 42.
At this time,
so just remember that.
I can't think of a better way to commemorate everything that he was about and to announce the partnership between Tolko and Figs. You know, Figs is
I know you guys can't hear this, but just look at the. Try and look at the words.
Tolko is basically my friend Thomas Cole, who the company legendary Produce 42.
Produce 42.
Tolko and Figs is donating
4.2 million for 42.
Jackie Robinson. For the last couple of weeks, we found that the statistics for COVID-19 have shown that the African American community has been hit the hardest. The Latino community has been hit the hardest, and that's partially because we're the frontline workers. We're the ones still going to work. We're the ones still driving the buses, but in the hospitals, in the medical field, we're the EMTs. We're the ones who are, going.
Ones who are still making money and not losing their houses and stuff like that, and not really in that much danger from a fake pandemic. Yeah. Sorry, I want to give respect to him because it's sad that he died.
What Tolko and Figs is doing.
Yeah, Tanya. Tanya says, wow, that's bad, Kyle. Sad for him. Yeah. It's 42 thing. I'm going to show y'all. Tanya says, was he a targeted individual?
Thomas
I don't know, because they're so into this number 42 that when we were doing 42, Unit 42, $4.2 million. And then he dies at the age of 43. So was there some kind of deal made? Was he in one of these cults and stuff? And they were like really, really big into 42, and they're like, hey, you're gonna be awesome until the age of 42, and then maybe somebody started hitting him with directed energy weapons. He had cancer before. Maybe they planned it. You know, his murder. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think he may have just had cancer, but it's kind of weird that he's dying at the age of 43 with this whole 42 thing. I kind of agree. Hash 74 says, tisk tisk, he sold his soul and then died young. Too bad. It's sad. He seems like a nice guy, but let me show you this.
Until the states and the federal government get together, but we can't wait. We can't allow people to die in that process of working it out. So Jackie Robinson, he's still alive, still in second base, we're still in third base, we're still at home, and so celebrate him today. And those hospitals and those medical organizations that are doing the work. We can't just say, you know, we appreciate them. Let's give them what they need in Chicago.
$4.2 million. Project 42. So then you got what is the significance of the number 42? 42 in Wikipedia. My tagger's starting to freeze stuff up. I was just getting the information about 42. Are we still on here? Let me see. Yeah, Arachno Nixon says he knew it was coming. I think it was some sort of deal. That's what I'm thinking with this 42 business. And then he dies at the age of 43, and it's all up in the Kabbalah. 42, okay, is the number, where was the thing? Where did it just show that? Okay. 42 is the number with which God creates the universe in Kabbalistic tradition. In Kabbalah, the most significant name is that of the Ein Sof, also known as Ein Sof. Ein Sof, infinite or endless, who is above the Sephirot, sometimes spelled Sephirot. The 42-lettered name contains 4 combined names which are spelled in Hebrew letters, spelled in letters 42 letters, which is the name of it as Izilit or something like that. While there are obvious links between the 42-lettered name of the Babylonian Talmud and the Kabbalah's, the 42-lettered name of the Babylonian Talmud and the Kabbalah's 42-lettered name, they are probably not identical because of the Kabbalah's emphasis on numbers. The Kabbalah also contains a 45-lettered name and a 72-lettered name. Ancient Egypt. Over most of pharaonic Egyptian history, the empire was divided into 42 nomes. Ancient Egyptian religion and mythological structure frequently model this terrestrial structure. 42 body parts of Osiris, 42 books in the core library, 42 negative confessions. In Judaism, the number in the Babylonian Talmud compiled 375 AD to 499 AD of the 42-lettered name ascribed to God. Rab, a 3rd century source in the Talmud, stated the 42-lettered name is entrusted only to him who is pious, meek, middle-aged, free from bad temper, sober, and not insistent on his rights. Let's see. Maimonides felt that the original Talmudic 42-lettered name Maimonides felt that the original Talmudic 42-lettered name was perhaps composed of several combined divine names. Maimonides, or the apparently unpronounceable tetragrammaton provides the backdrop for the 12-lettered name and the 42-lettered name of the Talmud. So in the Talmud and the Kabbalah, right, which those those religions are then in Prince Hall Masonry and other Masonry. Jared, what's up, man? How you been doing? I hope everybody's just hanging in there. Just survive. We gotta just survive. Something good's gonna come up. Oh yeah. David said that this guy played Jackie Robinson in the movie 42, probably where the hat came from. Yep. But check it out. They their Project 42. They have Project 42. I don't know if I pulled up like an article to actually read about this, but $4.2 million. They're really into the number 42. I guess it was on here. Okay, let's play this real quick. I don't know if I'll get a copyright because this is Looper's looping.
Chadwick Boseman, the actor best known for playing Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has died at age 43 after a lengthy battle with colon cancer. The heartbreaking news was posted to Boseman's personal Twitter account on the evening of August 28, 2020.
Did he just turn 43?
In 2008's The Express, the Ernie Davis story. In that film, Boseman played Floyd Little, a former college and professional football star who was inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame in 2010. From there, Boseman went on to portray a number of iconic Black pioneers. In 2013, he headlined 42 as Jackie Robinson,
hey, Dad.
baseball's color barrier, and became the first Black man to play in the major leagues. He also played soul legend James Brown in Get On Up, and starred as Thurgood Marshall, the first Black Supreme Court Justice in Marshall. Still, it was Boseman's turn as T'Challa, King of Wakanda, that made him a household name.
It's a good
Black
movie.
Panther, which debuted in 2018,
wasn't my favorite Marvel movie,
with a solo Black lead. It was also a critical and financial hit. Not only is Black Panther the highest-rated Marvel movie on the review aggregation site Rotten Tomatoes, but it scored 7 Academy Award nominations, including one for Best Picture, the first superhero movie to do so. Boseman's passing comes as a shock to fans, most of whom didn't realize that Boseman was sick. According to the official announcement of Boseman's death, the actor had been battling cancer since 2016, the same year that he made his MCU debut in Captain America: Civil War. The reason why you didn't know? Despite the toll that the disease and its treatment took on Boseman's body, the star somehow found the strength. I am very suspicious
about cancers, like in young people, because of directed energy weapons. And like, you got somebody who is in, let's say, Prince Hall Lodge, maybe, in some form of one of the masonry. He has all these pictures. Let me show you these pictures. Let's pull this up. Somebody made a good video about it, and they said he might have been sacrificed, which I'm kind of thinking, because you got a bunch of directed energy weapons. If you're in this weird kind of cult of Kabbalah and the Babylonian Talmud, and they like the number 42, and then they're like somehow planning on your death to be around the age of 42 or after the age of 42, it's very, very suspicious. Let's see, Chadwick. Boseman. Illuminati. Illuminati. See if there's any pictures. So I'll pull up these pictures here. Stop screen share. Screen share. So we'll see. You see this picture right here, where he has the crown, crown of thorns, and he's covering his left eye to show the right eye. See if we can find some other pictures. He had one picture where he had the white paint like on his right eye, and it was very, very Illuminati-like. Illuminati. Can't find it. There's some people have made some good videos on it though. You see that picture? Just to cover the left eye, the one-eyed symbolism, the eye of Ra symbolism. Can't find a good picture of it here. Seemed like a nice guy though, but a lot of these, a lot of celebs that seem nice, man, they're all up in the Illuminati. They join the club so they can have all the stuff. They can be the star and have a lot of money and have a lot of fame. And I can't find the picture I want to find, but there's a lot of them where he's doing the one-eyed symbolism. Let me see. Let me look this one up. White paint. Come on. I can't find it. Number 42 though. Okay, there's another picture where he's like covering his right eye with a bunch of white paint. But then let me show you this. Let me show you something at Marvel. Hold on, we're gonna watch the rest of this so you can hear like Project 42. I had never heard anything about the number 42 except when I heard all this stuff about 42 and everything, it reminded me of an old comic book that I read, a Marvel comic book where there was like 42 in it a bunch. So there's like the Kabbalic number 42 in it. You guys, that example. No, that. Watch the rest of this. Jared says, let's start talking about the election riots because Trump will win. They're going to have military in the streets. Yeah, it's like if Trump wins, all of the cities are going to be burned down. And if he loses, all the cities are going to get burned down, and then we're going to go straight into communism. Yeah, it definitely is. The 42 is Kabbalah, and Marvel Comics uses it a lot. So I think because he went and worked for Marvel Comics, it might have been something like that.
He filmed Black Panther, which began production in early 2017, as well as his 2 subsequent Marvel movies, the mega crossovers Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. He was also undergoing surgery and receiving chemotherapy treatment.
I got a foot of my colon taken out,
Brian
and it
Kirk's
sucks.
action thriller 21 Bridges, and Spike Lee's The Five Bloods, which is an early award season.
That's probably where I get
Boseman
cancer.
was
I got
attached
it.
to both Black Panther
Either
2,
head cancer,
which was originally scheduled to debut on May 6th, 2022, and Yasuke, a movie
I'd probably
about the
get
first
either
African
brain
samurai.
cancer, testicular cancer, colon cancer. Yeah, Andrew says USA needs loving and forgiving, peace-loving people to influence America. Yeah. We need everybody to calm down and to like look at things logically and look at the underlying problems, but we're not going to get that. Everybody's in chaos. They're being, they're being remote neural manipulated broadband. Then there are people that are directly being remote neural manipulated, mind controlled, like all over America, Australia, and everything like that. And it's just feeding into the chaos. Okay, Andrew says, can you look up Jesus pictures of Passion of the Christ, please, Kyle? I will, Andrew. I may just do a live stream where we just read the words of Jesus and like look at pictures of him and stuff. I'll look up one real quick after we listen to this. After we'll end it out with a prayer. Remind me, Andrew. Remind me. We'll end out the live stream with a prayer and you guys tell me what kind of picture y'all want to see of Jesus, like walking on the water, on the cross, carrying the cross, resurrected, ascending. I like to think of that, guys. When getting through this targeting, I was thinking of that a lot. And like, not that like I'm Jesus, right, or we're Jesus, but I was thinking, man, we really have to walk on water. Like we have to have our faith strong in this time with the targeting to walk on water, because getting through all this stuff, our targeting and the craziness of society, it's walking on water, So we've got to keep our faith real tight. We got to keep holding the hand of Jesus, right? Because if we let go, just like Peter, we sink in that water, which is the targeting and the craziness of life. So I was just thinking that was a good metaphor for this, for getting through what we're getting through is walking on water. Yeah, Andrew said you when people brainstorm, you never know where the conversations will go. We might just do some live streams like that. Once I start getting some edited stuff up where I just get on here and we're just like, what do we want to talk about? Like, where do we want to go? Because it's hard to cover everything that's happening in the world. Deb full of grace, Jesus standing behind POTUS. I did not. I'm going to look for that. Do you have a link, Deb? If you have a link, throw it in the chat.
Production before Boseman's death. Boseman's last movie, which is set to debut on Netflix sometime this year, will be Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which was filmed in 2019. In that, Boseman plays Levy, trumpeter for female blues legend Ma Rainey, who's portrayed by Viola Davis. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is based on a stage play by two-time Pulitzer Prize winner August Wilson and is directed by winner George C. Wolfe. While Boseman kept his illness a secret from the public, fans became concerned about Boseman's health in April 2020. When the Black Panther star posted a video to Instagram in which he announced...
Wait, let me see if I'm getting a copyright thing. No, we're good. We're good. Oh, no, I can't find it. Okay, this.
The collaboration between former Legendary Entertainment CEO Thomas Tull and surgical scrubs manufacturer Figs on Jackie Robinson's traditional April 15th date.
Number 42, Jack.
Was known as Operation 42.
Operation 42.
And included a $4.2 million donation of medical gear to the Black communities hit hardest by the coronavirus pandemic. That was remarkable news, but it was overshadowed by Boseman's gaunt frame, which had many fans worried that something was wrong. Some observers surmised that Boseman had dropped weight for an upcoming role. Others argued that he was just naturally skinny. In the midst of all the speculation and comments
maybe he was too nice.
Boseman
and he was into all that Kabbalah stuff, and then they did decide to sacrifice him because he couldn't be a part of the more dark stuff.
Boseman's death was announced, many celebrities, including Boseman's former Marvel co-stars Brie Larson, Chris Evans, Angela Bassett, and Don Cheadle, have taken
Facebook, Deb.
to express their grief. Our condolences.
Yeah, Deb says always keep faith. Always, no matter how dark it gets, no matter how impossible this all seems. Keep the faith that you can do incredible things, that you can get through incredible things. Let me show you this, guys, real quick. Show you this. So, this is from the Marvel Comics database, Prison 42. So this was Civil War, was written by Mark Miller, who has Crohn's disease, by the way, which I have Crohn's disease. Mark Miller has Crohn's disease. Prison 42 in the Civil War, and they do this a lot in Marvel Comics, right? During the superhero Civil War, a group of heroes led by Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, and Yellow Jacket created a massive prison in the negative zone to house captured non-registering heroes as they waited for their trials. It was designated Negative Zone Prison Alpha, but nicknamed Fantasy Island or Wonderland by the inmates. Tony Stark himself named it Project 42, as it had been the 42nd idea out of 100 that he, Reed Richards, and Hank Pym had created following the Stanford disaster. There were portals to it planned for every single state, so prisoners could be transported there by the different teams in the 50-state initiative, including one at Rikers Island. It was very clean, with sanitation, but extremely heavily guarded, including password changes every 10 minutes. I've also noticed, let's see, okay, let's read this. To release all the prisoners of 42 that came, this that in Marvel, it's like they had the Civil War run, and it was a few years, I think it was like in 2000, when did this come out? 2006? So predictive programming from a while back, and then after Civil War, there's like invasion, right, where nobody knows who the Skrulls are, and then after that, Norman Osborn, who's the greatest villain, takes over, is like the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., but they call it Hammer, and then he has like the Thunderbolts, which is a team of supervillains, and they hunt down superheroes. And I just remember reading all that in 2000, I guess it was like 2006, 2010. And look what we have today, like people working for FEMA, people working for these contractors to murder innocent Americans. It's like Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts, where they get the villains, they pay the villains to deceive, like they have cyber stalkers and, agents and people put in your life. It's like bad guys, like criminals, and they're going after the good guys, right? And it's just weird that Marvel Comics had all these, all these stories about kind of, it was called Dark Avengers. It was called Dark Reign, where the bad guys take over. And I just feel like a lot of that is predictive programming. But Prison 42, so a lot of people at Marvel were all into the Kabbalah and that. And then I want to show you guys this page. Solzhenitsyn, Arachner Nixon says, it's scary how he goes along with it all, thinking he'll be spared. Yeah. Stalin, the Russian leader around World War II. Okay. Yeah, Tanya says we will never know. I think we're going to find out more and more in the upcoming days. I really hope so. Mel Gibson, man, he definitely got targeted. I think he's still targeted for speaking out against Zionists. I don't think he was speaking out against all Jays. It's more about the Zionists that control Hollywood and are into the Babylonian Talmud and Kabbalah, the Kabbalah, and all that stuff is connected to Masonry and Satanism, and you know what they do to children, Craig says I get cyber stalked a lot on YouTube. Yeah, I do too. If if you get a big channel, you get hit hard. I mean, it's called a takedown program, right? Or dealing with all the targeting and mind control and stuff like that. But it's really bad if you get like cyber stalkers or, you know, something like that, where they're doing specific things that maybe they don't understand it is triggering, but your attackers know what they're going to do. And then your attackers can map the trauma out. They can map your brain out faster when that person's doing these specific triggers, specific things to set you off. It gets really bad. So it is dangerous. It's dangerous to do live streams and be too much in it, right? You know, a lot of you guys are for real. You're targeted individuals, but it is dangerous because somebody messing with you, they may think they're just gaslighting you or whatever, but your attackers, if they know about it and they're prepared for it, then they can map your brain out and do a lot more specific remote neural manipulation that can, I mean, it can put you in a lot of trouble with that. And it's why a lot of targeted individuals, there's so many more super intelligent targeted individuals that they're not coming on and making videos. They're kind of staying away from us. You know, we are infiltrated. I'm just hoping some bigger stuff and the UN announcing it and reporting it, it can where more of the people who don't know how awful the things they're doing, it might take away some of those opportunities for them to get those controlled opposition jobs and cyber stalking jobs. We're just going to have to see what it changes. David says, Bah, Invasion, Spider-Woman's finest hour, and it wasn't even Jessica. It was some scroll dude. Yeah. You read that, David? I love the guy who drew it, Lionel Francis Yu. He's like one of my favorite artists. But it's weird, those Marvel comics and those like Civil War, Secret Invasion, Dark Reign, you know, in the middle of the middle of 2000, and then look at what we've dealt with deceivers in our society, Civil War, people like left versus right fighting, and then you know, this Dark Reign, right, where it seems like evil people in our society are given more opportunity if they'll just go work for like FEMA or they work for contact tracers or whatever. People who don't care, right? They have no morals. They get the opportunities. They get the jobs. And then people who will not go along, who have morals, we're just being murdered, you know? Like my dad, me, you guys, my mom, my parents were such great people, and both of them are being targeted. Like and it doesn't even matter. Like the program isn't like, oh, well, you're good people, we're not going to mess with you, you know? So there was one more thing on this. I want to show you all this. This is from Quantum Torah, Disentangling the Bible, Commentary of the Faith Science Interface and on a Reconciliation of Torah and Science, Biblical Commentary from the Perspective of Modern Science, Quantum Physics, and the Kabbalah. 42 journeys to the answer to the ultimate question of life. So some people say that the number 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. 2 journeys to the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. 42 journeys to the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. These are the journeys of the children of Israel. When God brought the Jews out from Egypt, he brought them out with the mystery of the 42-letter name, just as he created heaven and earth. What is the 42-letter name? The 42 stations from Egypt to the Promised Land are replayed in the life of every individual Jew, as his soul journeys from its descent to earth at birth to its return to its source. Torah portion Masseh recalls 42 journeys of the children of after the Exodus from Egypt. This is not the first time the concept of 42 journeys appears in the Torah. Commenting on the biblical verse, and God said, Behold, I will cause to rain bread from the heaven for you. The Midrash says, Ar Yehuda Bishalom Halevi said in the name of Ar Yonah, and also Ar Levi in the name of Ar Hama Br Hanina said, the manna descended after it had journeyed through 42 stages. So, think about that prison 42. Tony and Reed Richards are going through all these ideas, and 42, idea 42, the in the negative zone was the answer, was the solution. So in Marvel Comics, the writers and the artists were all into this Kabbalah, putting these putting these subliminal things from the Kabbalah and the Torah in there. The number 42 is highly significant as it corresponds to the 42-letter ineffable name of God, Shem Mem Bet. This name is discussed in the Talmud. The 42-lettered name is entrusted only to him who is pious, humble, middle-aged, free from bad temper, sober, and not insistent on his rights. And he who knows it is heedful thereof and observes it in purity, is beloved above and popular below, feared by man, and inherits two worlds, this world and the future world. The 42 journeys are related to the ineffable 42-letter name of God. When God brought the Jews out of Egypt, he brought them out with the mystery of the 42-letter name, just as he created heaven and earth. According to the mystical tradition of Kabbalah, the world was created by the 42-letter name. God created the world with this 42-lettered name. What's the 42-lettered name? Do they say what the 42-letter name is? What's the 42-letter name, y'all? Hey, Yvette. David said, the vermin cloned my phone from day one and every new phone thereafter. Yeah. If I got a new phone, my attackers would be in it that same day. Arachno Nixon said, 42 being the answer to life, the universe, and everything. That's from the Hitchhiker's Guide. Yeah. It's from it also, yeah, it mentions that on the Wikipedia thing. And I wonder if the people who wrote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy were also into the Kabbalah, right? So we need to keep an eye out for 42. 42 is the number of days of Sephirat Homer after 7 days of Passover. 42 is the total number of midot expressed in the part zuf of Zir Anpin. The 42-letter name is prominently featured in Jewish liturgy, the prayer Ana Bakok, composed by the great Tana, sage of the Mishnah, and Kabbalist Rabbi Hunia ben Hakana, is recited several times a day before Shacharit, before Mincha, and before going to sleep. This prayer has 42 words. The acrostic of this prayer is the 42-letter name. Okay, so I just wanted to show you all that. So he's probably, he's probably a Kabbalist. It's really suspicious that he died at the age of 43, right after the age of 42. But his cancer, he found out he had cancer in 2016. It takes, okay, here it is. In Douglas Adams' The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, a group of hyper-intelligent beings wants to learn the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything from the supercomputer Deep Thought, specially built for this purpose. It took 7.5 million years to compute the answer, which turns out to be 42. So 42, I guess, is like the name of God in the Kabbalah and the Babylonian Talmud. 42. I like 47. 47 is my lucky number. I see 47 everywhere. Samia says, the wicked evildoers don't get away with nothing. God still sits high and looks low. People may not see a lot what goes on, but God sure does. That's right. God sees everything that we've gone through. So any time that you guys like, because for me, I'm sometimes like, man, I've gone through all this pain and torture, and it's like people just see a snapshot, right? Gang stalkers, my family, they just see me now, right? And they don't know what I'm going through now, but God has seen everything that we are going through. If we have faith in Him, maybe not in this life, but definitely in the next, maybe in this life, we will get paid back tenfold. What does Joel Osteen says, like, pound it, something, I can't remember what he says. Stamp it, stomp it, flick it, flop it, something like that. Hey, Breakaway Civilization. Yvette says, yes, Sammy, I had to do some warfare praying today. God is good, and I overcame with His help. Yeah, we need strength from God. New Type says I get 33 everywhere. Yeah. I get like 47, and sometimes I'll get 30. I'll see 33. I try, like, if I make a video and I have the number 33 in it, I try like to get that off, right? Because I know a lot of people see that as an evil number. I kind of think some of those numerical, like numerology and things like that, we need to just be like 33. Okay, that's a cool number, but not give it that dark power that the Masons and Satanists want us to give it, want us to be superstitious and scared of it. Now, I think like a pentagram, I'm still gonna like stay away from, but numbers, Deadpool of Grace says, his eye is on the sparrow. It's on you. Yeah. If he can know all about the sparrow, then he knows every hair on our head. Hey, Anthony, what's up, man? Okay, Arachno Nixon says, I've got to go, guys. Have a good night, and thanks for the stream, Kyle. All right, take care, Arachno Nixon. And just, I hope work's going good for you. I hope you're getting through all this. Okay. Hey, Drunken Ninja says, hi, Kyle. Yeah, that's who I was talking about, Yvette. Yvette says, Kyle, check out Tamara Magdalena the Lioness. She exposes number 42 in the relation. I just kind of found this on my own, but I knew she did a video on Chadwick Boseman. So yeah, everybody look at her channel, Tamara Magdalene. I saw her video, but I didn't watch it. And then I just saw the number 42, and I remembered that Civil War comic book having the number 42 in it. All right, guys. I think we're going to say a prayer. You want me to pull up a picture of Jesus? Because we've been going, it's been about 2.5 hours. I got to get something to eat. New Type says, I think when we see those numbers is a measure of how well the sentient world simulation is manipulating us and everyone else. Yeah. I also think it's this, New Type. I think that, like, we're in creation, right? God created the universe, and there's even stuff, I believe, outside the universe, but it's just zillions times more advanced than like a video game, right? And so seeing certain numbers and certain signs, that's God saying, hey, you're on the right track, or just giving you a wink or something like that. The universe is definitely really, really weird, Swag Astronomer says, do humans still have empathy? Some do. But there are more and more each day in this world that are losing their empathy. And there are some who had already lost their empathy long ago. Rose says, I heard 11/11 is a date for depopulating the human race. That is what I heard. Yeah, and I know a lot of people who see 11/11 all the time. I don't usually see that, like the 11. Maybe that's like a premonition type thing. Yeah, let's pray, guys. What picture do y'all want to look at of Jesus? Walking on water? Y'all want something from Passion of the Christ? Isn't there going to be a Passion of the Christ 2 pretty soon? do Passion of the Christ. Let's do when he ascended. Christ. I really want to pray that this UN thing goes good. I want to pray that we can, get some more people in the world jumping in to help us after they hear this. I'd watch that movie at the beginning of my targeting, and there's the part where Jesus is like, his face is all messed up, and he's telling the court of Herod, like, my father will come down, like, he's saying all these things, and they laugh at him. And I always thought of, like, when I was talking to my attackers, so I'm so beat up, they're murdering me, and I'm like, God's going to take care of me. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to help people. And I always felt like the part where he's in Herod's court and his whole face is like all puffed up. Here, I'll just bring y'all to this page. We'll come to this page. I need to watch this movie again. I want to watch the one with the guy from Lost. Who plays Jesus. It's like the life of Jesus. I think it's not this picture. He's a great actor to play Jesus. He's had a lot of weird stuff happen. Where's where he's ascending? I guess here. Why don't we just play that? We'll just play the last part, Jesus ascending, right, as a prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Can y'all see this when it switches screens? I'm not always sure if that carries over. Hope I don't get a copyright. I don't think I'll get copyright. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, in the name of Jesus Christ. Yeah, Tanya. I watched that movie that much. I had to buy. I have it on Amazon. I bought it on Amazon a long time ago. A helper will come, guys. We're persecuted. Promised that a helper would come. So I don't know if he's coming down soon or not. I don't know if it's that time. I hope it is. But he said, he promised that a helper would come. The Holy Spirit. Just pray for this Holy Spirit to just fill our cells, just everything, cleanse our energy and our frequencies, and make a way for us. And allow us to do good until our time. Thank you, God, for what you have done for us. David says, we hear all sorts of things. Wise Hebrew kings such as David left interpretation of prophecy to prophets. And Daniel, David, Paul. Yeah, Deadpool Ray says he was hit by lightning along the cross when filming. Felt like a coldness, like there was this weird feeling. New Type says targeted individuals seem to be some sort of nexus in this evil system they have foisted over the world. I'll tell you this, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, in the name of Jesus Christ. I feel like You know, my life has kind of been on the nose. Maybe a lot of you guys, your life has been pretty much on the nose. I see that what's happening to us in a spiritual and physical way to this world, it's a key. It's a key to all the other chaos going on in the world. It's like an underlying illness. So it's very important for us to get this fixed for us and to let people know about it, because it can change things spiritually and physically in the world. So I get what you're saying. Target individuals seem to be some sort of nexus in this evil system they have foisted on the world. And it's like maybe some kind of awakening, and then more people are going to be targeted and awakened, and then who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Really bad stuff for now. But there's got to be a balance coming, you know. Oh, okay. I thought you meant just prophets. Yeah, David said Daniel was a prophet, not a king. Was Joseph a king? Did Joseph become a king, or was Joseph just a helper of the kings? Yeah, Devil Ray says a lot are waking up, and there's a lot of protests going on, you know, in Ireland, in Germany, and a lot of other places. And then there's a lot of patriots who are going out, you know, like that incident with Kyle, and I can't remember his last name, but, you know, we're going to see more and more of that, patriots hurting patriots hurting rioters, and rioters hurting patriots. So that's going to become more and more. But that may change things. That may put a kind of a stop to all the looting. I don't think so, man. I think whoever gets elected, there's going to be like riots all across the United States. Okay, David says no. So Joseph was just like the advisor to the king. Yeah, Andrew says waking up to the truth is not exactly the same as waking up to Jesus. Yeah. Andrew says, but truth leads to Christ eventually. Yeah. So just get people on the road to truth and believing in God and having a lot of faith, and they'll get on that road. They'll get on that road where it'll end in Jesus. Tanya says, thank you, Kyle. Angel Man to our TIs around the world. Sending love to all TIs from around the world. Much love from TIs from Australia. And much love from every TI to all of you TIs in Australia and you, Tanya. I know things are bad there and in New Zealand. Just hunker down. Don't take that test. Don't let them put you in a quarantine facility. We've got to hope some of those protests and what the UN says can at least do something here, change something here. But I just think things are going to get worse in the world. I'm not sure where we fit into all that, though, and I'm not necessarily. I don't necessarily think like, oh, things are just going to get way worse in the world. Our targeting is going to get way worse. They're going to kill us all. I think because things are going to get worse in the world, it's going to do something with our situation that might be in the positive, but then we're still going to be in the same boat as people who aren't getting intensely targeted. You know, I really, I'm like looking at everything that's happening, and then my instincts are kind of like something's going to change for us. You know. David says Joseph was a slave who took over as concierge adjunct to the king, then a prisoner who took over operation of the prison. Okay. Tanya says Victoria, Australian, is in lockdown. Like all of Victoria? I need to check on what's happening in New Zealand, because I know they had quarantine facilities there with only like 13 people having or being suspected of having COVID. They started quarantine facilities. You know, there's just so much going on. and then that vaccine's on the way. Yeah, Andrew says COVID is rapid change. Yeah, it's a what's it called? It's a Trojan horse to change a lot of things that they want to change and to not change them back. And like they, people who are not targeted are seeing like, oh, they're going to use biometrics. Oh, in the airport, they're going to be using millimeter wave to check your temperature and stuff like that. Oh, they're sending drones out everywhere. Contact tracers are doing more surveillance. There's more surveillance everywhere, but they're just not seeing that, like, there's remote neural monitoring. There's surveillance that can go through your walls in your house and stuff like that. So it's kind of like we're here and everybody's learning about surveillance and how tyrannical things are, and then it's like maybe the UN, and then it can kind of pull those things together so people can understand better what's been happening even before 9/11, and then maybe more people can fight knowing how powerful the neuro weapons infrastructure is. There's this, I'll do it next live stream, but there's this old Outer Limits show where it was in 2000, and it shows like a grid, like a 5G grid basically, that can take over people's minds. So they were doing predictive programming or whatever, getting people ready back in 2000. I may go ahead, I'll post that like tomorrow. Yeah, Deadpool Gray says, I'm not taking the vaccine. I will do alternatives. How about you guys? Yeah, me too. I can't take it. I just think there's going to be nanotechnology in it. I think there's going to be stuff that in this thing where they've got nanotechnology and nanoparticulates and implants in some people, and then can just do unique brainwave signature too. They still want to do the vaccine and some of these, biotracing things to fill in the gaps of this huge surveillance infrastructure that goes way beyond just surveilling people in their homes, but surveilling people's bodies and brains. People need to know that they're already doing it, but they're pushing to basically just be surveilling inside of people's bodies and inside of people's brains. Yeah, it changes RNA. Like, it changes RNA, and in effect, your RNA creates your DNA. So in effect, it changes your DNA. It's like really transhumanizing people. And I hear a lot of people, it's like this, there's this thing where people are like, oh, well, in the future, people will be able to read your mind. Oh, it's getting there where everything's going to be surveilled. And there's this like, it's like this conditioning or something where people talk in the future tense on things, but it's all already happening. It's all already happening, and they're just filling in gaps. David said, render unto Caesar or cashless is not spiritually relevant. They control it, represents it. Yeah, represent it. They control it. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Render unto Caesar what is his. We're definitely going to digital currency. We've seen that in all the movies throughout the 80s and 90s. Your credits, use your credits. They're definitely going there. So that's happening. Then it's just going to be easier to shut down somebody's life. It's going to be easier to target people. Hesh74 said, it isn't even necessary. Timcast did a video today about the extremely low death rate for people without comorbidities. Yeah, it is a novel. I'm still not sure. I think so, that there's that some people were actually targeted and murdered. That's, like Melinda Fee. I think Melinda Fee was targeted because she was older, and then they just said it was COVID. I think some of the people in Wuhan were actually targeted with directed energy weapons, dropping dead in the street to create a scare. And then I do think that something was released that's a little bit different than the regular coronavirus, regular CV, but it didn't really spread. It spread a little bit in China. Maybe they force spread it here a little bit. but it was only dangerous, you know, to older people or really sick people. And there was a lot of, you know, there was a lot of actors, you know, crisis actors on the news and stuff, saying that they got it, or people who died of something else. Their wife or husband would come on and say, "Oh, they're sad about the death," and oh, it was COVID, when it really wasn't COVID that killed them and stuff. Like the deceit has gotten to a point in the psyops and the FFs have gotten to a point where it's just business as usual for some people. Like lying is like, oh, I'm gonna be a crisis actor and lie. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. I'm doing it for my country. Like it's like, you know, it's like crazy. Deb says fear tactics. Yeah. We gotta work on. I mean, I don't know. You know, we'll work on it, but we got to be careful because I see that, and I need to do a video on this where I just talk about this. But you know how, like, when you know, have protests and everything like that, I'm like, man, we got to get this out on YouTube. We got to get it out on Facebook. We got to basically you know, reflect it out everywhere, right? Reflect that hope, reflect that information out everywhere. What's happening in society today worldwide is, like, you know, everything up in Portland that's going on, or, you know, anything bad that's happening in society, the fires in California, these are really bad things, but then they're taking it and they're spreading it on. Alternative news is talking about it, mainstream news is talking about it, and it's like reflecting it out, like all these really scary things, right, that get people's frequency lower, that get them in a state of panic. So we really need to be careful and balance out. We're talking about all the bad things that are happening in the world that are overwhelming us, right? But try and balance it out with some good, productive, you know, protests and the UN report, and like I'm going to do some individual stuff, like trying to push medically, and with, you know, I got to get my affidavit written and stuff like that. But like really balance it out with hopeful things, even just in our private lives, in our personal lives, right? Because there's so much evil in the world. Whenever I go on YouTube, right, YouTube is crap. But you notice how when you go on YouTube, it's like all these videos that are like, we're having trouble streaming to YouTube. This may be an issue on YouTube's end. We'll keep trying to let you know if it's resolved. Please check YouTube to ensure the stream looks okay. If this continues for a while, try creating a new broadcast, or just remove this destination from the broadcast, then re-add it. Am I still here? Samia Campana says, you're not kidding. So so my point was that, you know, when you get on YouTube, right, all these videos that are like sensationalism, non-actionable, right? Talking about, like, I don't know a good example, but really like fear monger, non-actionable, sensational. It may not be true, right? You know, tens of thousands of views, right? Sensationalism, fear, non-actionable, nothing you can do about those things, because people don't really want to do anything about anything, and that those get a lot. But if it's like actionable, I'm telling you some logical information, blah blah, no one's going to watch that on YouTube. So YouTube is like this big trash bin. You know, and I make good videos. There's some exceptions to the rule, but on the whole, it's like the Pentagon has its hand in Google, and Google has its hand, you know, controlling YouTube, and they do things by the book of pumping up these channels that are very sensational, non-actionable, and just, you know, plain fear-mongering, right? And we got to do our best to balance that out. But it's also like a conditioning, like you get bored, right? We get bored as human beings, like we watch movies and we've watched some pretty good YouTube channels, so you want something more sensational, right? And it does that too. So it kind of conditions us like that. And the thing that YouTube is going to do, which is, you know, not my channel, but most YouTubers, they're going to give you what you want. They're going to give you what's going to get the most people there, even when sometimes it's not the best information or the best way to get out information. So YouTube is this animal, right, where people are like, hey, I want to make a big YouTube channel, and I'm going to give my viewers, I'm going to study exactly what gets the views, right? And so it's not controlled by like, hey, I need to get good information out. And I'm not saying my channel's like that. No, I mean, I've done some videos. I've done some none that I didn't want to do, but I've done some kind of sensational videos. You know, kind of yeah. I guess you have to survive on YouTube or to get some people that aren't target individuals to come and look in. I'm trying to remember some of the videos. I've done some videos where I was kind of theorizing on what some things could be. Not with targeting, but with like the dates of that satanic holiday. Give me a thumbs up. I'm gonna give me a thumbs up. I thumb up. I thumb that up. Thumbs up for Speed Racer. It's like a gold helmet. I think it does kind of work. It's pretty cool. Let's see if I can read y'all's. Shit. Shoot. I said shoot. Hold on 1 second, guys. Just one more time. Is it on? Okay, let's see if I can read. I never learned to read. Okay, John's still here. Said, look out for Charlie, latest video. Yeah, everybody subscribe to Look Out for Charlie. I do want to say one thing, and I think we all have different protocols of targeting. I love Look Out for Charlie, and everybody should go watch the channel. But like one time he said something, and I know he wasn't talking directly about me, but he was like, I think that some target individuals give these people way too much credit. And then he talks about like radio frequency signal, creating the voices and stuff like that. But this is pretty advanced. Like the remote neural manipulation and some of the advanced things, it does get pretty advanced. But I think the protocol of your targeting kind of depends on how you look at it, right? We can't look at our targeting in every, like, because there's like hundreds and hundreds of different protocols of torture and experimentation. I was just thinking about that, but he's been making some great videos lately. I kind of want to emulate, well, not emulate that. I've always kind of thought, you know, done that a little bit, but make some shorter videos and edit, you know, and then do some editing projects. But it was good tonight. It was good to hang out. It's just, you know, mental and physical stamina. David says everything is action. I don't want to read it like that. David says everything is actionable. The goal you seek and the to pay decides whether actionable is worth pursuing or just unthinkable or anything in between. Right, everything is actionable. The goal you seek, and what I mean by that, like if I'm saying, okay, we need to send in some letters to the UN or something like that, or there's a protest going on TI Day, and we all need to get out there, and we need to be posting things on. It's like actionable things, but then there's like videos where it's like the history of the Illuminati and stuff like that, or since like Hollywood, people in Hollywood doing the eye symbolism or something like that. It's not actionable, right? There's nothing we can, it's just kind of learning about it. And then people can look at it and be like, ooh, that's scary, but then they don't really have to do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying more activism being actionable versus like talking about some high up theories about the Illuminati that it's like, well, really can't do anything about that. I can spread the information around, you know. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but activism versus like just like talking about a bunch of scary things. Creative Key says, what is that helmet? It's my new body armor. Get the prisoners. Luke, I am your father. It's the only thing I can remember. This is a chromium mirror helmet. It's a chromium mirror helmet. My new armor. I'm going to see if it reflects any photonic. Like, I'm going to see if they're using any photonic energy to go straight through to the brain to hit nanotechnology that's actually gone past the blood-brain barrier. I'm not sure if it works. It does seem to be affecting some of the external hits to my head. It seems that way. It's just something I fit. Yeah, Darth Vader's brother. What else does he say, guys? Give me some lines here. Princess, your people will blow up soon. I don't know any lines. I've watched Star Wars so many times. How do I not know the line? Okay. New type says Charlie has a new website, zeroecho9.com. Sign up. Okay. So let's put that on the thing. Charlie has a new website, zeroecho9. zeroecho9.com. Sign up. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I was thinking about doing a website too. Like editing some. I'm working on some stuff. So I'm gonna stop talking about the stuff I'm working on and just do it, because it may take a while and I don't want to get y'all like, where's that thing you said you were doing? Yeah. Take that off. Sammy says, thank you, Kyle, for your videos that are so encouraging. Thank you for your help in spite of your situation. Thank you all for coming, and God bless all of you guys. God bless all of you guys. We're all gonna be working. Let's hold on and see. Maybe let's all pray about it. Let's all pray about the report that's going to be read on October 1st, 3rd, 9th, or 8th. Not sure when. I've been told like 5 different things. David says, goal-oriented activism versus masochistic mental masturbation. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I see your point, Kyle. Yeah, it's like something where you're putting out information, but you're like trying to get stuff done. And then there's just like channels that are just like, hey, look at this. Things are bad. Like, we've all got to know how bad things are, right? It kind of gets that way sometimes. But there are a lot of channels with goal, or the goal of the channel is to get information out and wake people up, and they're pretty logical about the information they put out. They don't go all over the place, right, and just try and scare people, so there's a lot of different ways to do it. All right, guys, I'm going to shut her down for the night. Andrew says, thanks for getting together. Yeah, thank you for coming. Deadful Grace says, God bless everyone. God bless all of you guys. God bless every TI, every person, just every person in the world that's good. Creative Key says, you look much healthier and well. I'm not really. When I start talking to y'all, it unhooks. It's like they're remoting up my brain to a different state than when I'm sitting in my place isolated, and I feel a little bit better when I get into my live streams. The problem is that sometimes I feel so bad that I'm like, oh, I can't do the live stream. But then when I start doing a live stream, it's like I feel better. It's an ironic conundrum. About shielding, I have a bunch of videos on the playlist. Just go through there and look. That's pretty much everything I've found so far. But I'm going to be looking for other stuff too. Especially, well, some good things are going to come out of the unit report. Okay, thank you, Andrew. Oh, thank you, Creative Keys. I'll just take the compliment. I'm feeling pretty good spiritually. We're all dealing with a lot of stuff. What I hate about it, but thank you. But on another topic, I hate the inconsistency, because sometimes I will feel really good, but then sometimes it's just like, it's not, I'm not bipolar or anything, but it's like the artificial kind of bipolar disorder with the remote neural manipulation. Okay, Tanya. I want to see, like, as we get there, I want to see if my mom would maybe, like, I could interview my mom, my dad, just what they think about this. Just tell them to be honest about what they think about it. But I think I want to wait till after the UN, so they can be like, we didn't know this was going on, but you're exactly right, Kyle. Hey, new type says, thank you, Kyle, and thank you for coming, new type. Put this one up there. You look good is all I'm saying. Thank you, Creative Keys. I really need that. I don't feel like I look too bad all the time. It's mostly how I feel. Like, I had Crohn's when I was little, so Creative Key says, how did that August 29th thing go worldwide? Oh, that was August 29th. It was TI Day, huh? I have no clue. I don't know. I need to watch that video that Ella put up. I didn't see anything on YouTube, so I don't know. Oh man, I thought that was. I was thinking a month. I was thinking it was the end of this month. I should have done a video, August 29th. Well, my big thing that I'm waiting on is the UN report. UN report, and then we're gonna see what we can do with that. Tanya says, Kyle, did you get through your health? Your health, Ella Free? Did you get through your health? I'm not sure, Tanya. Yeah. Andrew says the channel owners, creators takes it out of them and they get tired. Yeah. Tanya says you can still do a video. Maybe we'll do a TI Day video soon. And we'll just hang out. We'll see. It does help, like the Neurontin thing. It tones down the remote neural manipulation, but it really tones down this nerve pain over here. And then I feel like I can talk, and I'm not thinking about it. When you have a bad headache, your targeted individuals, obviously you do, but when you have something like a lot of pain, it's hard to concentrate and be in the moment, Okay, so David said, haven't seen anything from Ella or Matt on that. They usually package best moments. Yeah. I'll try and mirror that stuff if they want me to. Or maybe we'll just hang out and celebrate TI Day. All right, guys, I love y'all. I will see y'all on the next one. Alan says, I've seen Portland, Washington, D.C., Sacramento, but on August 29th, I haven't seen other cities on TI Day on the internet. Okay, so there were some people in Portland and Washington, D.C. Okay, Samia. Yeah, I'm pretty close by. Do I just I can just go at any time? Or just go to that church? Go to church there? All right, Creative Key says, good night, buddy. Hope you have some peace soon. I hope you do too, Creative Keys. And maybe you already have peace. I think we got to be, maybe we can get some peace as a target individual. I mean, I do sometimes, I just want the V2K to be gone and the torture to be gone, All right, guys, I love y'all. God bless. God protect y'all. Oh, New Type says TI Day was coincidentally overshadowed by the England, Berlin, Japan, and Canada freedom protests, the ones where RFK Jr. and David Icke spoke. Okay. About the protests about the pandemic and the shutdowns and everything like that, and then the riots and those protests. It's like, who's going to even pay attention to the TI protests where like a couple of hundred people go out there? We need something big, guys. I'm telling y'all, we need something big. We need to do all the small stuff, you know, making YouTube videos and things like that. We need to try and funnel them into the something big that we gotta hope can do something big, you know. It's like the last chance before. You know, there'll be other chances, but it's just this is the organization that we want saying it, because it can change protocols in military industrial complexes, you know. Could. Don't know. I hope, and I have faith, and I pray for it. Tanya says, we do, Kyle, help TI soon. Yeah. All right, guys, I love y'all. And y'all have a good night. Just hang in there. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Love y'all.